All right, let's start with the Lord's Prayer. We'll go from there. We got a big one today. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Barn burner day. Okay, here's the organization. Got a lot to pack in. Like Rush Limbaugh used to love to say, you're gonna have to listen fast on this one. I'm gonna actually bring a surprise guest, Bill Rapp, on at the top of the deck here. Bill's got to run in a few minutes, but he's gonna help tee things up great. Bill just received his website, his done for you city SEO website from Jason Schaefer, and so I wanted Bill to speak out on that. Jason DeBarshi did that, and so Bill, what say you?
Yeah, I mean, a fabulous job, Jason. I mean, it's so clean. I mean, and easy to update through the Google Analytics. I mean, it's just a beautiful site. I mean, from head to toe. I mean, I'm just blown away by the work you guys did, man. So good job.
I'm
buddy.
so happy to hear that, Bill. So happy to hear that. I spent a lot of time thinking about how.
Bill, there's normally a site doesn't rank. Are there any? Have you checked on any rankings yet, just in case to see?
Well, I looked at because it's a brand new site. It's actually even a new URL, and I'm not even. But it has. I can pick it up on my Google Maps. So, and I just got the Google listing about a week ago. So
we're going to be talking about that today.
yeah. So and the keyword, the site I have, it matches. It gets a lot of traffic. So I'm not even I haven't even really done anything. I haven't even put any links to it or anything. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to working with that. But yeah, and it was me and Jason worked on that URL together. So he gave me some really sage advice, maybe a couple of months ago. So thanks.
These city SEO websites are crazy. They can generate $100,000 a month. I've seen it.
Right.
We want you to be able to do it. Bill, you have such a great offer right now. You have an update for people about Jimmy Maps as well. How's that going for you?
Yeah, so one of the sites, well, more than one, basically they're going to they were in the 2s, 3s, 4s, and there's one automotive place. It's all number ones for every keyword except one that was there was a typo, but that will be probably number one next week, so I'm not worried about it. So, and I have 2 other contracting sites. They're at 1s. They were starting, like I said, in the 3s and 4s, 5s, 6s, and now basically are at number 1 for every keyword. So
wow.
pretty happy, and the client is happy because they see they're getting traffic from areas where they weren't. So yeah, so it's it does work. It's really amazing. As long as you get everything set up correctly, as far as the way Carradine said set it up is, with the right keywords on that front page. I mean, yeah, it's really a nice system. So it's working. So I mean, obviously you got to work it. You got to know what you're doing. But yeah, I think with the instruction you guys gave, it's spot on. Love it.
Yeah, Luke has really killed it with that, and like you said, Carradine has killed it with the conversion instructions on that. It's a terrific turnkey offer that we've been able to provide. It's open now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's
explaining it. Like, who's even?
They're going to work together. I can't wait to I'm going to get my SEO site up on that thing now. So
because it's killer, right? Exactly. And why not? And wait till you see what Tim's.
Yeah, and I'm going to just going to do it this week. I just haven't had the time. I've been
beautiful, busy. Absolutely beautiful. So we've got such a big webinar today. I want to explain like why are you why can you be on this webinar? Everyone who's got availability to this webinar has been on my list for a while. There's no way to join my list at this time. There hasn't been for a while. It means that you're either a member of OMG, someone like Tim who met me by joining in the, $8,000 range. I think, Tim, your ballpark, same thing, or maybe it was, for you, Sales Machine, which is, thousands of dollars itself. Mostly people that have, paid high dollar programs, been part of something exceptional we've had in the past. We've just had these breakthroughs in SEO, and it's been amazing. And, of course, in certain cases you could say, well, why don't you have, for example, a course for Jimmy? Tim doesn't have a course either. I'll tell you right now, this is not to pitch a course that Tim has. You can make a ton of money tomorrow. You could today, actually early webinar. So you could close a client. And Tim, can we have them rocking and rolling today? Tim, you're muted. Tim's like, yeah. He broke the speed of sound.
30 minutes, literally.
Yeah, 30 minutes. Okay, so it could be 30 minutes after the webinar. Now where there needs to be a course, where there needs to be a coaching, we do that. We're not averse to it. It's just we don't do it for no reason. We have it with True Intelligence Agency. It's shock and awe. We have we had it. It's not currently open with Green Gold, but True Intelligence Agency is, and it's just astonishing. Both spectacular programs. The people, if you're on this webinar today, it's a real opportunity. It's such timing. I mean, this is like what we have now with OMG. It was so powerful, but you had to, those dang PBNs, right? Were just tough, and it was just, a bit of a moving target, and, there were a few bumps in the road, but it was never, Bill, can you explain? It was just never like this, never like plug and play.
Right. There's no plug and play. I mean, this is like it runs like a software. I mean, versus you're going to get a result. It's moving in the right direction. With
And
PBN,
Jason, by the way, Jason DeBarshi's service was the same for you as well, and is a way for you to fulfill for your own clients.
Right. Yeah, that other option. Right. Yeah, for the websites for sure. Yeah, we never had that. Right. Yeah, and we know this
the way
works.
the way you received your website was almost like a software. I mean, it was
right.
What did you have to do?
Nothing.
Talk to me.
I just had to, I didn't have to do anything. It was perfect because I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to
have your site though.
Yeah.
Right.
You want to have the phone ringing.
Not me.
Yeah, we can hear you. I'm just saying you want to have the phone ringing. That's why you want
Exactly.
the website. Yeah. So we have these two plug and play options with Jimmy and with Jason, right? Now here comes Tim. Get ready for this, folks. It's going to knock you on your butts, and it's great. Totally synergistic in every way, shape, and form. So here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to structure this. We are going to begin with some screaming. It is training, but it's also like a revelation. It's an offer, right? Right now, just like you're live with Jimmy, anybody who's on this webinar, you're qualified. You sell a MAPS deal, Jimmy can fulfill it. You're going to need to do some optimizations to the website. The ideal perfect world, you should be in True Intelligence Agency with Luke. It's by far worth it, but you get the optimization guides. Either way, Jimmy has smashed it out of the park on this. It's a fantastic price. It works lightning fast. Never been anything faster in SEO. This is like Bill, I would say, and again, I'm saying this to Bill, talking to Bill about this, because I think of Bill as kind of an interested third party. He's a lot like you. I mean, 2 months ago, Bill, you knew nothing of this stuff, right? Or I mean,
Jimmy, I didn't know anything about it. But when I saw it and I heard the Webby with Jimmy, I said, if this works, this is unbelievable, and I trusted it would. And now I see the proof. It took me, I've been in a month and a half with Jimmy, and the proof is there. There's
and likewise with Jason, you took the leap of faith, boom, it's there. This is so much like paid advertising. This is what I was going to say. I remember having a conversation with Ryan Dice when we did one of the two events that we did with Ryan, was in LA, and he was explaining to me, you know, he was talking about like the dark days before Facebook ads. We were just discussing, you know, pre like 2012, 2013, and he put it that like the dark days. He called it the dark ages. That's how advertisers felt about digital marketing. I didn't, because I was riding high on SEO at the time. Penguin and Panda were hitting. I mean, you know, we annihilated with OMG. But again, he's right in the sense that it was never like plug and play. Now it's plug and play because Bill, now you can be an entrepreneur. I mean, now you can actually be an entrepreneur and not just totally a nerd.
Right. It's more sales, and if you're good at sales too, I mean, that's huge. And then we have the sales stuff that we get from Carradine and yourself.
The presentation, well, wait till you see. I mean, Tim's knocked out of the park because we have a new presentation for you, because we feel like you didn't have even enough incredible, mind-boggling case studies. Today, man, folks, Tim can put 100 phone calls into your client's pipeline. You know, it starts at, you know, ballpark 50, you know, base range, but it can go to 100 quickly. It can go to 300 phone calls per month, customer phone calls. It can go to 600 phone calls per month. It can go to, Tim, can it go to 2,000 in extreme case?
Can go over 1,000.
Over 1,000.
All right.
Biggest,
All right.
our biggest monthly number was $26.99,
$26.99.
2,600 calls.
Oh, yeah. All right.
So we're playing with fire, fireworks, wildfire. This is incredibly complementary with what Jimmy's doing. Some of you are going to want to present these as solo offers to the same customers and sell them all. That's what I personally do. I love it. Racking up clients, by the way, and everybody. Seth and Carson, 2 new clients just today that I 2 new people I put on Jimmy for them today. I put over 60 maps listings on Jimmy's thing just in the last couple of weeks here. I mean, it's wildfire out there, wildfire. It's like, seems like 1 a day, 2 a day, 3 a day, and it's money. It's money for you guys, right? You pay $3.99, you get this lightning fast thing. You know, you do the optimizations. You know, again, to get Jimmy's thing, all you have to do is contact me directly, either mike@mikelong.com. My phone number is 858-699-2747. Text me. WhatsApp is the same thing, +1 858-699-2747. And then Skype is Area 51 Lifestyle. Contact me. I'll get you set up. You know, that's basically the way it works. I do it all the time. It's fun. Maybe I'll elaborate more. I think I will elaborate more later on the webinar, but I want to get to Tim, because Tim has really set things down for you. In addition to all of this, we've got OMG Discord. Now, for a lot of people, this is going to be the biggest news of all. It's intrinsic to everything, and you know, it's so intertwined. I've long said that that these communities that David has built, OMG, in this case, is a city on a hill. It's a place where friends come together in Providence. It's a real thing. People get together, they work together, mastermind, partner, crush it, and it's great. You know, it's very well set up for that. We did it on Facebook for a long time. Facebook's tough for a lot of reasons. It's very distracting. Today, I'll give you a quick sneak peek before we get started. You can sign up. Debarshi and I have been going back and forth on getting this all ready for you. It's at mikelong.com/invite. Is that right, Debarshi?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
mikelong.com/invite. Debarshi, would you please pop that into the chat box while I get this? I'm just going to share my screen really fast here. I'm going to make myself a presenter. I'm just going to do a quick sneak preview. This is for everybody. It's absolutely beautiful. OMG Discord. We've got a law of implication section right here. I'll actually be building more of this out with you as the webinar progresses. We're going to be adding channels here for conversion, various types of SEO discussion, and so forth. But I'll do that in a moment. To join this, it's you don't have to pay to join it, you're qualified. It's extremely valuable. As you see, we're going to have sales role play, where people can get on the phone and role play selling, Jimmy's maps, Tim's maps, Jason's websites, you name it. Very, very, very valuable. It's something that one of our members who sold 3 maps listings in the last month, Ryan, was asking for. People helping people section right here. Anyways, we'll elaborate. This is going to be the linchpin, the centerpin. If you still want to be on Facebook, that's great. I check Facebook too. It's not as active and it's not necessarily as focused on this particular thing. So David looked at things. He said, Facebook a little bit long of tooth. Let's go with Discord. David and I are both gamers, so we'll get much more into this as the webinar progresses. But I wanted to, give it to you right away. MikeLong.com/invite, and your easy access link to go to the Discord itself will be MikeLong.com/Discord. All right, so we'll get back to that after we get through getting with Tim. After we reopen Jason and Debarshi's Done For You program. By the way, thanks everybody, and to Bill. Let's all give Bill, I think, a round of applause. Got in there, crushed it with his clients. Got 4 people up and running on Jimmy's Maps. All of them shower with number ones. Now a brand new site from Jason and Debarshi, already visible in the search engines, already visible in the maps. Looking to lock it in with Jimmy's, about to find out about what Tim has as well. Another massive resource that you have. Debarshi, do you want to take control of things and show people the free members area? And we have a new addition to the free members area, a lavish addition to the free members area. Just because it says free,
Yeah.
don't think it's
Mike,
cheap.
I need like around 5 minutes to get there because I
you're
was
probably on
working. Yeah, let me publish it.
Tim has got
I
a
just-
10 video, basically 2-part module that we've just put in the free members area. It's at mikelong.com/free. That's Mike Long's free members area. There's already an incredible training in there. 8-part series with Luke on SEO sitemaps. Absolutely brilliant. In the upcoming a week or 2 to come, I'm asking Jason and Debarshi each to make additions to that as well. It's going to be really, really plush in there. Tim just put an incredible 10 video 2-part series, very focused, very power packed. I've got his PowerPoint right here, which I'm going to drop into the chat, not the chat. I'm going to drop into the handouts. So this here's his slide deck. Is fantastic for his presentation that he did, and then he turned that into a video series. He went through his slide deck and explained himself, including the power of what he can do, the science behind it, how he generates these massive number of calls, how you can tap into it, how it works incredibly complementary. With Jimmy, it's fast. It's not as fast as Jimmy. Nothing's as fast as Jimmy. That's freakish, of course. But hey, and again, works together just absolutely wonderfully. So let me find Turbo. I'm going to drop this into the chat. Maybe later on this webinar, I'll get into the backstory of today. It's been a crazy day, I'll tell you that much. I can just drag it in. Let's just do that. Boop. And drag it in.
Yeah, Mike, I'm ready. If you want.
Oh, you are
free
great. Go for it. Take command. Show this off because this is great. This goes right along with what Tim's doing. And I'm going to open up this slide deck and share it with you guys in just a moment. So I'm making Debarshi the presenter. Great, humongous attendance tonight, by the way. Great. Glad you guys are all on. Exciting webinar. I couldn't, in my emails, I couldn't really drill down in any one topic because we're hitting on so many things that converge on this webinar. But it's fantastic. So check this out. So we already have Debarshi has got this laid out into 2 sections that we have set up so far. One is with Luke right here, that first tile, how they access that, and then one with Tim So you click in there to get access to that. We got Tim's map, Power Up. You see Tim there in that oil rig with the money flying around all over the place. Let me drop that Turbo Maps rigs into the handouts. Okay, so those of you that are live on the webinar, which is a ton of you, there's a link somewhere around here for a PDF. I'm going to pull up that PDF myself right now and share my screen. By the way, that once again, where Debarshi is right now is at mikelong.com/free. Yes, we provide that for you free. Why? Because you're already in my community. You've been a part of a paid program with us. It's something that we did in the past. It was no doubt fantastic because we never had a flop. Better than ever now. Things I can do for you for free, of course I'm going to do that for you. Updates I can provide for you. This is the way I'm doing it. I mean, you can make millions of dollars off of our free training right now. It'd be foolish not to get into True Intelligence Agency. Bill's in there. It's just money getting Armageddon. The 100 members in there have made way over $1 million so far. Made thousands of dollars today. Thousands and thousands of dollars today. I guess that's normal. Okay, so let me go to sharing my screen. I'm going to make myself the presenter. So Tim has already gone fully through this slide deck, which is going to allow Tim and I to kind of talk about it kind of back and forth a little bit conversationally here. It's really terrific. These are all now assets and understandings from Tim, new case studies, jaw-dropping case studies. Phone calls. This is 20 phone calls, January 2023. Pretty good, pretty good. 60 phone calls, nice. March, dips down, 35, 35. Oops, 60, nice. June, July, getting up there, almost 80. Right here, pushing 80 again. Oops, 90 in November. Nice case study here. It's a lot of calls, a lot of money, more call stats, call tracking. Tim's a master at this stuff. He goes through call after call after call. Why does it matter? And Tim is boots on the ground with this, long-time OMGer, innovated his own methods. Jimmy's is much more, get these settings right on the site, make sure that your keywords are also listed in your services on your Google business profile listing. And then from there, you pretty much let Jimmy do the work. With Tim, there's a lot of work that Tim's going to do on that map itself, a lot of content, a lot of value directly. We're going to get into that, very visible for the client, very powerful, very impactful. Also, a methodology that he has to make sure that you're locking in that value, that your clients stay with you, and that if they don't, the value is not the same for them. Really, really powerful. We also get into what the ideal client is, and then we get into how to convert them. In fact, Tim has a presentation for you here. And what today is really about is about buying, because people are buying right now. This is what they're buying. They're buying phone calls. They're buying results. They're buying number ones in Google Maps that they associate with results. This is flying off the shelves like it's never done before. Tim is absolutely crushing it, yet he's been intrinsically a part of our community. If you're in True Intelligence Agency, you can see Tim's fantastic maps training that he did. I think it was like 6 months ago for our members, just out of the kindness of his heart. It was Beginner's Fast Track number 8. We also released that training in green gold. That's available if you want to check out those members areas. Very, very valuable in the wake of today's webinar. I'm sure you're going to want to do it. It's complementary with what you're learning today. Very, very powerful. Tim's been a part of these programs, been very successful with what he's learned, but he's also innovative and very innovating. He's been a part of our mastermind, and yet he's never been in a position to really desire to share a course. What he does involves extremely expensive technology that he operates himself. He's very technical, very wizardly, and yet it scales under his own watchful eye. And that's what today is about. Tim, you know, as I look at this magnificent presentation here, the crazy thing is that as a client goes through the experience of meeting you and going through a presentation with you, they're ready to sign, they're excited. We're here. What we've already put in that free members area, what we've already put in people's hands. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. Just go back to talking to Tim here, this exciting experience that we have here. Tim, you know, as you put together that incredible slide deck, as you put together the 10 video training series that we've now placed in there at mikeLong.com/free, it was very empowering for you. You're giving people, hey, here's this offer, here's this rock'em sock'em offer I have. Now, Tim's offer, you know, what it does is a MAPS offer. It works extremely well. It's not as fast as Jimmy's, still extremely fast, and scales to a lot of phone calls, very demonstrable. And from there, it's exactly built to, in a very structured way, with Tim's help, scale from, you know, 50 phone calls that you're getting them to to 100 to 300 to 600 and on from there. That's the setup. Debarshi, you know, you've been working hard behind the scenes on me with this, as has Jason, as has everybody else. And you know, everybody get. I've got a Coke here and a backup Coke. Coke is, this one isn't even nobody. This is my Coke. This is my fresh cup of coffee. So I am overloaded with caffeine for this. I'm ready to go. We're going to go hard with Tim here. Open up the world to you with what he has. This is an offer that you're going to charge between $1,500 and $2,000 per month for, and then you're going to make $1,000 profit thereabouts or more from what I just said. You don't have to buy anything for that to happen. You can get True Intelligence Agency. It'll be incredibly helpful for you to do that. This will only make it easier for you to sell Jimmy Maps. It'll make it, you know, either you're going to make a combined offer that you just charge more for, like 4,000, 3,000, 4,000 for, or just split them up. Both work incredibly. Tim, you know, built this particular offer this way for that express purpose, just to make it easier on himself as well, to help him help you. He has a vision for these people that are buying from you, buying, to have massive success. Ladies and gentlemen, longtime OMGer, Tim McGarvey, big fan of David Mills, so I know you're going to love that law of implication section in the OMG Discord. And by the way, we're going to have Debarshi and Jason on after this, so hang on to your seats, get your caffeine out. Tim, you know, that was a big setup, a big bite to chew. So let me turn things over to you to kind of your opening monologue, and then we'll open up your slide deck and go from there. How does that sound?
That sounds great. I can talk for a long time. I am so excited to be on the webinar, to have the opportunity to talk about this MAPS offer that I've set up. You know, and the MAPS offer came from going through everything that Jimmy has, thinking about what he's doing, and it really challenged me to turn my own process upside down. The process that we worked with for a long time was that selling SEO was hard. It takes a long time, and getting results could take 6 to 12 months or more. And as soon as, you know, a client would sign on, then all these detailed, arduous tasks had to start, and all this work had to get done before anything could happen. So thinking about how to turn everything upside down, turn it around to make it all go faster, like Jimmy is talking about, really challenged me to do that. one thing in particular, looking at, the Jimmy's offer, I absolutely want that operating for every single one of my clients yesterday. And there's absolutely no reason, not to do that. That said, at the same time, Jimmy's working on the top with a set of keywords, and we figured out a way to come in underneath of that and build incredible depth to offer incredible value to our clients. I would say like that's my intro to the offer. I'm excited to share with you and to show you results that we've gotten that seem unlikely and unrealistic. And even when I talk to potential clients right now, it's hard for them to believe in some ways because their expectations are so low. Most clients, when they show up, they have maybe 10 or 20 calls a month. And even the idea that they could get 50 calls a month seems ridiculous and unlikely. So the idea that they could get 100 or 300 calls, it just seems like some kind of unrealistic fantasy, or that they would have to spend a ridiculous amount of money. So the idea that we have all of these tools here that can take a business from underperforming to 7 figures is really incredible. So that's essentially what this offer is and how I want to frame it and set it up for you. Taking a business from 6 figures to 7 figures, even 8 figures. That's what we're going to talk about.
Dave Kaminsky is on the line, and he and Travis, who works with him, is awesome. Messaged me earlier. I was talking to them. They have a number of clients up on Jimmy stuff, and we were talking about today's webinar. And actually, Dave's the first person who has already signed up for your service, and already just onboarded a client. And I was like, man, I really want to get Dave this magnificent presentation. Let me actually make you the presenter, Tim, so we can open this sucker up, because these are all what you have here with this slide deck here is a series of assets and a way of presenting ideas that's scientifically tested by Tim, that he has tested with clients. He's tried it with this, without it. This is the way that's worked extremely well for him. These assets can be used in your funnel to sell your clients. Now at the second half of this webinar, we're going to be talking about one of the best ways to acquire clients, which is a city SEO website. Inside of True Intelligence Agency, they're getting clients by the droves with cold email. As time goes on in this community, heck, I'm going to bring in at least one guest expert to talk to you about how to reach out and have some serious success with your efforts at BNI's, Chamber of Commerce's, various network-based activities. We've got the new OMG Discord intended to be, very personal in back and forth interactions. What do you do? How do you do it? How do you have success? Tim, as we go through this slide deck, these are assets that people can take, they can crop, put in to, you don't claim it as your own work product, but you have access. Again, as somebody who's on my private list here, you are somebody who qualifies to be able to present this offer. It's in essence a license to make money, to print, but a license to have Tim come in and have this kind of performance. And Tim, one of the things we can do is just kind of zoom in. In the last year, you launched over a dozen new medical clinics. Every single one of them shot up to the 100 phone call range. One of them we are zooming in on has an extraordinary track record in the last year. Now, I would say the timeline would be, this is a kind of a timeline phase right here, would be the first 90 days is a setup period. Now with Jimmy, which is great, but for you, it's a setup period. At that 90-day point, the calls, they start a coming. In this particular case, the case they were zooming in on, this is a St. Louis medical clinic, has gotten up to ballpark $100,000 per month, maybe even $150,000 per month, on a call volume of around an average qualifying call is in the ballpark range of $2,000. And now you have data, good data, on running great performing paid ads for the same type services. How many, on average, what would the cost be to produce, that call from a paid advertising campaign? And how many calls does it take to convert to a customer on average with a good paid funnel?
So the cost comparison right now is anywhere from, for the cost for SEO versus PPC, is anywhere from 1 to 3 to 1 to 5, right? A converting call, if we want to talk about that clinic, or we want to talk about clinics all across the country, for that clinic, it's $250 in paid ads, right, to get one appointment.
Okay.
The SEO cost is $40.
So $250 to get a paid client.
Someone that calls and schedules an appointment, it's about $250.
And how many appointments for them to make money?
Well, that's to make money. It's that for that clinic, it's one. So when that one person
literally
calls,
5 times as effective for almost 6 times as effective for your clients.
it's correct.
And again, like this is something where another issue is that paid advertising really tends to atrophy and just have problems with staying fresh. Whereas we have case studies that go, like years with you, years.
Right. We have clients that have been on for 15 years. So
and what kind of a call volume through those years?
Oh, it climbs. In the beginning, they had 10 or 20 calls, right? And when I met them and we spoke, this was a long time ago, they would have just been happy with 3 or 4 more. So their expectations were very small. Each step with clients where we go, where they're happy, we're exceeding their expectations. So I generally don't present to a client and say, I think we could probably get you 2,000 calls a month. I don't do that, right? You say like, how many calls do you have right now? Where are you at? It's reasonable. We could probably double that in the next 6 months. Even if I think we could triple it in the next 3 months, try to like keep everything realistic, right? And sometimes, when I was working with clients that projected up towards 2,000 and 3,000 calls a month, when I met them and I started working with the clients, I myself never thought this seems like someone that I could do that for. No, and that is the wild thing about working with clients is you don't know where it's going to go. Be honest, work hard, put the work in and see where it goes. Sometimes it's 100 calls, sometimes it's 300, sometimes the end just keeps moving.
I've seen one from you where it's 10 years thereabouts, 300 to 600 phone calls up to this day. Unbelievable.
And, they stopped, that particular client stopped at 600 because he said that's enough. So he's not interested in what it means to go beyond that. His office is full. Every time that I go in, there's 10 or 12 people waiting all day long, right? He's hired multiple people to come in to take that load off, but he just doesn't, he said, this is good. I am ready to retire this way. So
absolutely beautiful. I've got here. I'll pull it up and then I'll fling the screen back to you. but this is, again, and this is a great opportunity for a kind of a screen capture moment. So let me go here. Great. Here we go. Show my screen. So you can see here, January 2019. And by the way, you see these are real calls. Like, this is a screen capture I took from Tim and I were meeting with a client, and I just went back and had a recording of it and went in and screen captured this for you. This is 600. What is this? 600's right here. So this is like 603 phone calls, right? This goes back. Here, let me zoom
Yeah.
in super
This
close
is-
on this.
This
So
is
you
the
can-
client. That's the
Let's
client
do
that called Mercy.
Yeah, January of 2019,
Hmm.
and it just goes and goes and goes and goes and just March of 2023, 603 clients, and just on and on and on and on. Extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary. I'm gonna can actually we just stop sharing the screen for a second. Here, these are assets that you can use because you're going to be able to do this. Now, the offer that Tim has, it's worth in the ballpark of $10,000 per month for a client. In my humble opinion, it'll probably generate them ballpark 50 phone calls. What would you say about into the 1 year mark for it to mature to that? Is that correct, Tim?
Yeah, I mean, there are so many variables, right? It's difficult to exactly say. Depends on whether they're in a city, they're out of a city, their market. Generally 50 to 70 calls is easily attainable, within 6 months to a year.
Okay, great.
Right.
And then we have a program. So that's the base program. It's worth easily, I would say, $10,000 per month to the client. You should be charging probably between say 1,500, 1,600 and 2,000 for it per month. Or you could do kind of like a mega offer with Jimmy's for, I would say, at that point for sure, I wouldn't do it for less than say, 3,000. I know some people are going to come in and say, nah, I want to do it for 2,500. I understand the reasoning. I do. And I know some people are going to do it 2,000, and I respect that too. But I just think I would try to go for, for a bit more. But you know what? Your own business. So let's just call it, 2,000 to 4,000 range for sort of a mega offer. And again, you can offer on websites, and we'll get into that, as the webinar progresses. But for now, we're focused on the maps. Now,
This
the
offer
cost
right here,
to
Mike.
you is a tiny fraction of that. The workload for you, actually, weirdly enough, is less than it is with Jimmy. And Jimmy's is so low. Like all you have to do is the website optimizations that are so light, and just get the keywords in the description. With Tim's, it's just the onboarding, just what we know what it is, and then we go do it. It is staggeringly cheap. I told Dave Kaminsky, he said, who cares, it's free. It was really funny when he said it. It is, it's very valuable price. I'm really proud. If I was bringing this to you for 2,000 a month, I'd be proud. If I was bringing it to you for 1,000 a month, I'd be proud. It is only $599 per month. And what you'll do is you'll pay Tim directly. If you'd like to do that, you just talk to me first real quick. I bounce it over to Tim so we can just take a quick look. We're going to talk about what makes a qualifying client and so forth, because really the intention of this, it's built to scale. We really want somebody who's at least wants like 300 phone calls, like somebody who's kind of a go-getter. It's at the base level, this is super, super great. Okay. But I'm telling you the power of it. I think of it as Tim's triple threat, triple scale method. It's extraordinary how he does it, because Tim can expand so deep in a city for a client He's also a master at helping clients expand their number of pins strategically, very strategically, where to place them, how to place them for expansion, right? And then Tim helps you scale through time, right? What is it? The fourth dimension, time over time. That method, and it's tough. So you get a tracking phone number. It comes with it. You don't have to pay an additional for it. You get a tracking phone number with your Maps pin. It's very powerful because Tim's not just going to put a bunch of Ninja stuff on their site, pictures, videos, words, lots of them organized on their, Google business profile, not on their site. You don't have to do anything to their site for this base offer. When we start getting into 300 calls, 600 calls per month, 1,000, right? And I'll tell you, Carradine was going through Tim's numbers, and at that, getting to that 300 number, I mean, he was like 5,000 easy, right? 5,000 a month easy, right? Just obvious. 5,000 could be 10,000 at that range. You get somebody, and Tim can do it. 1,000 phone calls. It ain't gonna be cheap, but that's millions of dollars for the client. Millions of dollars, direct, tracked, because Tim's phone number, his magic phone number he gives you, tracked, warp speed, boom. You know these calls are coming in, and if the client walks, goodbye phone number, right? Tim can cut the power. It's not, so client, they got to keep paying if they want to keep getting the power, and they're going to want to keep getting the power because it's an extraordinary number of phone calls. Tim, you've bought every Maps product on the market. You've attended the masterminds. You've looked everywhere. You've learned a lot from a lot of different people, but I don't think that people understand the level of obsession that you have with this, the level of detail, the number of phone calls that you've listened to, the number of times, the depth of obsession that you have with understanding the business, the funnel behind the business, and matching it all up. That's led to this point where you're able to present this power to people. What I'd like to do now, can we open up that presentation? Because I think that people would absolutely love to see this. This is something that you can use for yourself in better proposals. And Tim put this together at Carradine's request. It's built from a number of proposals that he's done very successfully over the years that have generated him huge amounts of money. Tim, if I make you presenter
you want
once
to see
again?
the proposal?
Yeah, let's do it. It's gonna be exciting. Who wants to see the proposal? Free money here, kids. It's exciting. Make presenter.
Popped it up here. Can you see it?
All right, I just made you the presenter again, so you just have to accept one more time. I just
There we
pulled
go.
back so I could show that one.
Okay.
All right, yep. Your definitive strategy for speed rankings with Google Maps. All right, so this is something you did in Better Proposals, which you can feed into it with a Word document. We'll be looking to get you a Word document of this, something thereabouts, this week, so that you could upload it straight into Better Proposals. I know there's other presentation softwares as well. Tim, take it away. Walk us through the proposal.
First I made a video where I walked through this, and I hope you take time to watch that. It's good.
It's MikeLong.com/free. It's a 3-part video. It's like 3 5-minute videos on that. I just want to get your live comments on it while we're here.
I want to make sure that I at least credit how I got into this, and that's Michael Tessalona was the first one that I saw use Better Proposal. And he went through and talked about what they were doing with their agency. And so just credit and say thanks to Michael. This was a couple of years ago, but ever since then, I've been using this to talk through any presentation, right? The other video, what we were just talking about in slides in that deck, that's what I use to talk through with clients. And when I start a presentation, I put on my clipboard the link to the proposal, because generally at some point in the conversation going through the slides, the client is ready to buy. So I always have this link, and then we can jump from the slide presentation directly into the proposal, which they can sign live while we talk. And if they have questions, it's generally in the proposal. So sometimes we jump back and forth. But this proposal, there's 6 parts, and I go over in the proposal our strategy for, the steps here, the integrating our system directly into Google. We talk about what makes us different, what's different about this. And we talk about our fast rank strategy, the difference in our keyword strategy of targeting 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 keywords, right? And the power of going beyond the website. One of the biggest problems that we have in bringing a client on for SEO, we deal with that here in the proposal. And the problem is their website. Whatever problems they have on the website, or whatever problems that the other people that they've hired that have come in to work on their website, we inherit those problems. And often those are the reasons that they're not ranking in the maps, because everything's happening on their website and sometimes it's off their website. So our strategy that we go through and we share here in the proposal, as well as in the presentation, right, is how we answer that. And we skip right over all of those problems that the client has. Sometimes they know about the problems they have. A lot of times they don't. It's not uncommon for clients to have their website spammed with porn and they don't even know. And it directly affects their ability then to rank organically, and especially in the maps. Google is very sensitive to that. So our strategy here of focusing just on the maps, and think about it, 20,000 keywords related to plumbing directed to the Google Maps. It helps the maps rank super fast. And when we get them ranked, they stick for a long time. As Mike was talking about, some clients have been with us 10, 15 years, and that's really our ability to get a client ranked and to continue to expand. So all of our clients are ranked for all of their top keywords. They're in the maps for everything. And that could be, top keywords could be like 20 or 50 keywords. So it just depends on how long we've been working with the client and how far they want to go. But I'm sharing with you, right? And we're going to give you the Word doc, right? Everything that you need to set this up to get going with your client. And you're only limited by how long it takes you, if you don't know, this proposal platform or whatever proposal platform that you want to use. You're only limited by how long it's going to take. So we're going to give you all of this information, strategy, and everything that you need to quickly send this out. As I said, when we do the presentation, I have a link and I just text that or I share that in the chat with the client while we're going through the presentation. And it's very rare that I go through all of the slides in the presentation. Sometimes that does happen, but most of the time our conversation breaks off at some point in that presentation. What's important about having the slides prepared is that there's a path and a runway that I already know when we start the conversation, where everything is just linear.
What does it break off for? Like it breaks off for, for what?
We're ready to start working together.
Yeah. I just
Right?
wanted to point that out. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Well, they've heard enough. They have questions, and oftentimes it's their previous experience with SEO or with a marketing agency, that things that they need to go down their checklist to make sure like we're on point, right? And especially with the SEO, talking about results and having something specific like this to show. And even a discussion about what these 3 things are here on the screen, it's things that clients haven't heard before, or it hasn't been explained to clients before. And especially when we tie the map results with phone calls and revenue. So we'd say to a client, overtime this much, last month equals 77 new patient calls. Each new patient is worth at least $2,000 to $3,000. So that's easy for a client to put all this together and say, so when my maps change like this, everything scales and we're going to make more money. So everything that's in here, I'm presenting, like you can take this and use, you could have a conversation, watch the video where I talk through it. I can't promise that it's exciting, but I explain and talk through each of the points here, how we're not relying on the website, the bulk of the keywords that we're using, how that's different from using 7 keywords. It's not better, it complements that. So understanding Jimmy's offer, I talk about that and go through that. But putting the presentation, I wanted to put this today, said to Mike, I want to put this presentation out to remove another roadblock or something that slows you down. It has slowed me down in the past. When I think about doing a presentation, I have to create slides, and there's all this software applications out there for doing proposals, or am I just going to use a Word? What am I going to do? So present to you exactly what I would use today to sell this. If there are questions about, like if you look at this and questions that you have, I'm happy to answer any of the questions in the new channel that we've set up. But I think it's all here that you could just change the details and you could start talking about this.
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We've got great comments. Dave Kaminsky says, love the slide share, instant credibility. Let's see if we can bring Dave live. Dave is a legend, one of my all-time favorites. He was actually at Jimmy's first, and I do see we have questions piling up in the box. I'm trying to get to them as much as I can, but also obviously a fast-paced, awesome webinar here, amazing attendance. Let me see if, let me see if I can bring Dave live. He's on. I'm just gonna unmute him here. So Dave was at the first OMG Live that Jimmy Kelly taught at, which is in 2013. The next year, I actually, gosh, let me pull this up. This is so cool to let you guys know who Dave is.
Can you hear me, Mike?
There he is. So the next year at Bob Proctor's event, Dave pulled me aside and let me know he was making a bundle of money. I think it was $50,000 a month. Is that right, Dave?
I was so excited about that 50 grand a month. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Now that roofing business is making a little bit more. I think it's in the
we do that in like
range. Is that
3
right?
days now. Yeah.
Wow. And in addition to that, you now have a 6-figure per month digital marketing agency where you're helping people absolutely crush it. Go High Level just named you their kind of go-to guy for SEO. So that's a great honor. You had a number of great comments on this webinar. You were literally the first person in on Tim's program. You've been talking to Tim for a while. You know, you've got a great mind for this, Dave, because you know you've been both shoes. You've been both shoes.
Yes.
You've been.
Yeah, I'm the business owner, so I know what the business owner thinks like. Just Tim showing that. Tim, what's up? It's good to see you. Tim showing that slide deck. That's instant credibility. So if you show that to a business owner and they're like, oh man, that's what I'm looking for. And it's kind of funny. I was creating a PDF just the other day, and remember the book 3 Feet from Gold? Like Mike, I think you might have been the guy that introduced me to that book. But like all these business owners, if you explain to them, you're 3 feet from gold and you don't even realize it because you don't know which way to dig. And you show you show Tim's slide deck here. This is the way you need to start digging, and you're going to hit your gold. So if you say those words to a business owner, they're like, sold. Like, let's do it.
Exciting. Tim's program, Dave, that you're now taking advantage of. When I explained to you the pricing, off the top of your tongue, and you're using Jimmy's as well. You said no brainer. Why is that?
Well, I mean, you can easily double or triple what Tim's going to be charging you. So if your COGS in business are under 50%, you're doing great. So this is a plug and play. Tim has all the knowledge. Tim has all the experience. Like, why would you not do it?
Absolutely beautiful. Fantastic. I gotta give a humongous round of applause to Tim. I know that everybody is really feeling this. It's exciting. This is in vertical after vertical. Okay. This is not just medical clinics. Tim, can you give people a sense of some of the places where you've made the phone ring off the hook?
Oh, well, I mean, of course, medical is one. So we're talking about chiropractors, weight loss, roofing, home services, acting studios was one of our biggest clients for a long time, was an acting studio. So it's just about every type of service industry that you can think of. Catering. I just keep thinking of more and more types of
You've had
services.
so many 100+ phone call per month mapped
Right.
in. So many.
Yeah.
Now, part of the way you do it, this is folks, this is a quarter. I'm going to see if we can hold Dave on for just one more minute, because I want to give people a sense of this. He's doing this through a massive long tail. So this is a quarter, right? Okay. That's the money keywords, a quarter, or a Canadian gold dollar, or whatever you want to. Great. It's that size, and people think that the real keyword universe is like a basketball, which is way bigger than a quarter, and it is, but it's more like like a swimming pool, like a big giant swimming pool, and that's what Dave has realized that he can get through jacking into Tim. He get at all those keywords. That $150,000 per month case study that we're disclosing to people, how many of those keywords were in that typical $30 per click keyword that you'd expect these $2,000 jobs coming from? So this is a case study, the St. Louis case study. This is a $0 to $150,000 a month business that Tim put together, from scratch, powered by the maps. Tim, of the 77 phone calls that made that 150K, how many of those phone calls are in that, $20, $30, $40 per click? They're that premium click keyword that people are looking for in that Google targeting that's going to typically cost the business that much money.
This is what is ridiculous. The answer is, probably zero.
What was, in fact, the highest number was $3, you told me. $3
right.
on some obscure keyword.
Crazy keywords. The idea that when we come in,
unknown keywords.
Right. The idea that we come into it is that there's these top 5 or 6 money keywords, and we could just get that client ranked for those keywords. It'll solve everything. It will solve all the problems. And we spend so much time and effort and money going after that. It does have value, right? But what we see with our clients is that the ranking them for these obscure keywords are actually where the money
there's
and the
so much
come
additional
from.
money there, and the whole swimming pool, everyone's fighting over this quarter, which is really pointless without Jimmy, really hard to do without Jimmy, right? They're fighting over 25 keywords, right?
I mean, I want those keywords for my clients. I want them for sure. And I will spend money, and I will fight for years to get.
Right. But you also want like 30, 40,000 other keywords.
But the disappointing thing is, like, when you fight for that and when you get that and you have your client ranked for Lawyer Manhattan, and the client says, not really making that much more, right? You're like, well, it took 3 years to do that. Whereas going after less competitive keywords, take them all. Google says, hey,
And not just
of
all,
these,
but every geographical location down to micro distances, down to 100 feet, hundreds of feet. Is
drill
your system.
all the way down, right? You drill all the way down, and then Google says, of those 20,000 keywords, these are the 70 or 80 keywords that actually matter, and these are not the keywords you could ever find or you could ever guess.
Right.
It is counterintuitive. You scoop all of those up, there's no one there. There's no competition. Some of
Yep.
these keywords are 5 words long. And if I told you, like for that client, the 150K a month, what their top keywords are, you would think I was just ridiculous. You would say, like, that doesn't make any sense.
They're not grammatically correct. They're not,
They're not grammatically
some
correct.
of them are gibberish.
And really, one of them generated 44 calls last month.
Yeah.
So why I can't explain it. I don't even try to explain it, why people typed in those 5 words exactly like that, and that generated 44 calls last month. I don't care. I just want to know what that is, and then we target that. So at the same time, we're working the top level.
Yeah.
And spending
this is
money.
Very,
We're running
very
ads.
much like, and it's a perfect transition into bringing Jason DeBarshi back on, because what you're doing is so much like what Luke Gray is doing in
Mhm.
True Intelligence Agency. It's a bomb of keywords, an explosion of keywords, a detonation of keywords. This proposal that you've given people, and this offer, and Dave Kaminsky did an amazing job of contextualizing it, printing money. It's an explosion of keywords. Now Jimmy is going to get you like a Formula One race car to the top of those #1 keywords, those top of, and that's great. And he has a great long tail effect as well. It's just not like Tim is like long tail Armageddon, okay, for the maps listing. And then we're going to transition here into talking about the website. But Tim, this is a dream. David and I are so pleased to be able, it helps everybody involved. It's so much more robust, and you're paying it forward. You always have. You've already put, we're an intrinsic part of the just fabulous beginners fast start that we had in True Intelligence Agency. You've contributed 2 other webinars inside of Green Gold. Just absolutely phenomenal before we ever even thought about doing something like this. But obviously with Jimmy coming along, and it sparked a fire, and we're helping so many people. These rankings are firing up. You came out. I was like, hey man, because I knew what you could do. I asked you, hey, could you do something? We got together. Here it is. This is so cool. Tim, thanks for doing this, man. Congratulations. This is awesome.
I'm so excited. Really love what everybody's doing in this community, and this offer, putting this offer together, pushes everything forward, and it allows, right? This is really the important thing to get to, and I want to make sure that everybody understands this. One of the most expensive things that we propose to clients, right, where there's the most resistance, right? Part of it is SEO, but part of it is investing and developing the foundation in that website. And when you say to a client, it's going to cost 5 figures, right? To really do this right, this is what you need. The clients say, oh, some clients say, whoa, hold on, right? And sometimes the clients say that we have money and here's a check. Sometimes that's not good either, right? But really thinking about the biggest problems that I've had for more than a decade, right, in getting the client to spend on the SEO and to spend on the design and web development so they actually have a workable car they can drive, right, has been really tough. And then there's always that pushback on what they can see, right, and what results they're going to get. And so saying that we're going to get you, right, into the maps listings in this period of time, and we expect you're going to have this many calls, and to shorten that will enable us to be able to sell a better product on the bottom. We're not going to sell a $1,500 website, right?
There is a little bit of a soft spot with our SEO right now. You got to have you're going to want to have some kind of website to do for Jimmy. And then there's a little bit of a gulf, which we'll explain to you guys. And then you got to have Tim, like, because I'm just saying, with Tim's offer, the website's irrelevant at the beginning, okay? But not irrelevant, but it's not a deal breaker either way. You're fine. You don't have to change our website. But to get to volumes with Tim, you got to have the website.
You have to,
Worlds are going to collide at some point. I mean, Tim, we're not going to try to get them to 300 calls a month without a website.
Oh, no, that's not the idea, right? We price this so low so you can make money yourself, right? But so that you can actually have money, right, to develop the real website, the power that these businesses need to dominate and to extend into the future, right? And that's everything that Jason and DeBarshi have been working on, thanks to Luke and with TIA, right? So this just gets us in the door. It gets phone calls started before you have to start stressing about on page, off page, the website design, how long it's taking, what's happened with all of these problems that can extend 3 to 6 months out, right? We're going to get calls right away, as fast as we possibly can, and the client, and it's going to build trust with the client. And this is where Jason and DeBarshi then can build out the foundation that has like real strength, right? Not like a thin website. It can really build what needs to get built.
Killer. Awesome, Tim. Thanks so much for coming on. Please, if you have time, hang on till the end of the webinar. And Dave, are you still there out of curiosity? I am muted him, but then I think he may have found a way to mute himself back. Let's find out. So Dave, part of what made me prompted me anyways to bring Dave on was he actually made an additional comment because he's also a client of Jason's and DeBarshi's when it comes to his to websites. And he was just saying, so I'll pull this up since kind of may have lost Dave here, but this is great. This is a really, really great comment. Here we go. Oh, I had to another meeting. Thanks, guys. He said, great to have him on. So what Dave said is that he just got a website from Jason for a client of his. Jason did a software site for us and is already pulling in some rankings less than 30 days. So that's hot, very, very hot. So Jason and DeBarshi, you guys have come together around being able to build out sites, Luke's style, Luke Gray's style. Again, there's those top level keywords. We're going to go after all of them and we're going to get them with this website, but there's also a swimming pool or an ocean of additional keywords. If you get the sitemap set up right, you make the site look great. You have internal banner ads on the site that make people want to click as they're going through this incredible content that Jason's creating, this beautiful experience. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how long ago it was. I think it was about 100 days ago. We had Jason and DeBarshi on a webinar with Jimmy, and we opened up for the first time ever our Done For You program to make city SEO websites. You've already heard a testimonial from Bill today about it. Now, to give you background on these guys, Jason goes back to not junior high, but high school, early high school days. Like maybe I was eighth grade, ninth grade, whatever, young. I don't know. I think we were like
89,
14, something like that. We were on the wrestling team together at Centerville High School. We played Dungeons and Dragons. We skipped the prom to play Dungeons and Dragons, which was hilarious, controversial, but what are you gonna do? We had vampires to slay or whatever it was, and wound up becoming really good friends with David Mills. He actually helped manage the game store that was extremely successful game store that David and I started in Charlottesville, Virginia. Then he went on to have a distinguished career in not so much an education system, but the meta education system, with residence life and stuff, which is, stressful, but, a challenge and something that Jason really thrived at. David really wanted Jason to take a look at SEO, so he advised Jason to do it. He took the plunge, really got involved in OMG, went to our live event in Orlando and so on. Really got immersed in it. He's been doing it full time for quite a while. And when things rocketed off with Luke, Jason and Luke wound up working together just an absolute ton. And nowadays, Jason offers a service for websites, built-in Webflow. He does it with Debarshi. It's extraordinary. The sites look ridiculous. We're going to be able to show you tonight, what was an idea just 100 days ago to get people involved, because overall, the two great methods that I know of for getting clients are cold email, which Carradine's a master of. The True Intelligence Agency is the best portal to that. The other, and it's just such a no-brainer, it's crazy not to have this, it's like not getting interest on your money just for no reason, is a city SEO website or a city web design website where you rank #1 in Google and in the Google Maps, right? In the maps too, because that's what we're going to be talking about today. We were preparing for that last webinar. Now it's here. It's here for you today. Electrifying what we have to share with you. We have Debarshi on as well. Debarshi was the head for a leading meta marketing company in the internet marketing space. He was also an OMGer, very successful with us, became a master of Webflow. He's always been really, really fascinated with websites, built an incredible team around it. And he and Jason just make incredible websites together now. In this era where you have this turnkey offer with what Jimmy's done, and it's so turnkey. And then you have this incredibly turnkey offer with Tim, right? Even, almost more turnkey, right? You pay the $5.99, boom, it gets done. That's it. It's insane, right? Then you want the website. You want to offer a website. You need it for the other two to some extent, right? How do you do it? These guys have that. Now, David Mills realized that. That's why we have this. It took well over a year overall for this to come together, and a whole team got put together for it. And it's so well worth it to make sure that this is not a bottleneck for you. Again, SEO has never been turnkey like it is now. Websites for SEO have never been turnkey like they are now. They look gorgeous. They look electrifying because of Debarshi. The content and site structure because of Jason and Luke Gray has just been like over the top in helping grease the skids on this, really make this work well. Now, when we previously presented things, we were not, the Maps offer hadn't even dropped. We were just, Jimmy was just helping us get ready for his magic. Now Jimmy's Maps offer has exploded. People like Bill want to get those leads. There are a lot of people in your area searching for a city near you for SEO and web design. You can offer both. These leads are incredibly valuable. I know so many people with 6-figure per month incomes from ranking with city SEO. You don't even have to even rank #1 to do that. You can though with our, you can rank #1 with our service. They can now make, this is brand new, we're reopening their DFY program. The people that joined exceedingly happy, like Bill, they're getting their websites right now. We're going to be able to show you what the sites that we made look like. We have new websites coming online, including our base level package is now configured, yes, for those maps. For Jimmy, so you plug and play and you're on your way. It's absolutely beautiful. The pricing on it is almost obnoxiously low. These are definitely $10,000 websites that you're getting for not only nowhere near that, but I've also convinced, because it went so well, by the way, I convinced Debarshi and Jason to graciously continue to extend their extraordinary 12-pay program for this, which brings the price down to less than $100 to get started. It's ridiculous, but it puts you in a position to be in the ball game right away with Jimmy's maps for less than $500 to get started. Obviously, it'd be $500 a month at that point, or $498 to be specific. So it's just really, really killer. And then from there, you can upgrade to all that juicy SEO goodness they have it built out in a 3-tier format. So they can walk you through all of that, but it's extremely value priced. I want to give Jason Debarshi a full open forum here to share the results. You've already heard from Dave, who's getting rankings already from one of their actual website designs for a client. You heard from Bill at the top of the deck today on what he's really enjoying already with such a crisp, clean, beautiful website, such ease in creation of it, especially when you consider the sophistication. These are not templates that are just sitting around and dusted out. They're killer. It's killer what they've done. So I'm going to turn things over. Jason and Debarshi are pros at this. I woke up this morning at craziest thing. So I was in, like 24 hours ago, I was in the Dominican Republic, and my wife set things up so we could fly home on the 4 a.m. Spirit flight to Fort Lauderdale and then take the drive here. She managed to help me get 10 hours of sleep leading into this. Extraordinary. It's all I wanted. It was perfect. And I got to game. It was perfect. Yeah, I know. But I got randomly, because of weird new AI software, and I've dropped a little bit of weight. I'm not a heavyweight anymore, thank goodness. But I dropped a little bit of weight or something like that, because the camera wouldn't even recognize me versus my passport. So they actually put me in this room, and it was inexplicable. They didn't tell me why. I didn't know why I was there. And we're like looking around, we're like, how long are we going to be here? And I'm starting to think to myself, what's going to happen to the webinar? Like, what am I going to do? Because, and I had hours of leeway, right? But I was like, what is going to happen? And I was like, well, Jason could probably lead the webinar. I'll just have Cedric call Jason and try to explain things to him. So he's a seasoned webinar professional. He probably could have led things. Guys, great job. Great job. You killed it. You killed it on these sites. Everybody loves them. They're built to bring leads in right away, to be a showpiece, something you can show anybody. They're going to love it. They're going to get natural SEO rankings set up perfect for Jimmy's maps, built out in a 3-tier format, so you can kind of choose your own adventure. Let you guys take it away, and I will come back on when you guys are done to work with you guys and anybody else who wants to talk about it to really kick off our Discord with a bang. We're going to open that up. So let me start with Jason Debarshi on that, and then we're going to come back all together and talk about Discord.
Thanks, Mike. Really appreciate that. Debarshi, can you hear me okay? Want to make sure my sound is coming through.
Yeah, your sound's good.
Great. Okay, wonderful.
Debarshi, is your sound good?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Now we can. Yep.
Okay, great.
So thanks, Mike. I appreciate all that stuff. Debarshi and I are so proud of the work that we've been doing here. Just to give folks a quick context for it, a few months ago, we were offering this agency opportunity, a city SEO site for folks who needed a brand new, beautiful, finely tuned, Webflow built Luke Gray model sitemap inspired concept to be able to get an agency off of the ground. I opted to be able to throw out my old agency website to be able to replace it with what I was building for everybody else. And so this is my preferred approach. Like, it's so much better than what I had before. Makes my old website look, I don't even want to tell you about it. It's so sad. But I'm so pleased with the content of what we've been building here. And as Mike was saying, and Bill was talking about there, the first handful of these are starting to go live right now, and they're already doing what they're supposed to do. We've got other members there. I think there were about 8 people who had bought City SEO sites who are on the call. I think most of them still are. I haven't been paying as much attention here. And so we're really excited about what we're doing for them. And Debarsha is going to go through and is going to show you a couple of the things that we've done up to this point, so you guys can get a sense of what are we talking about before we start talking about how what we're going to do in this offer today is a little bit different from, but not so different from, what we started building for those folks these last couple of months.
Right. So Jason, should I share my screen? And
Yeah, why don't you share your,
or-
can you have capability to do that? Let's make you can you share your screen now? I think you've got presenter capability.
all right. Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay,
I
yeah,
see.
I think it's visible.
Why don't we start with
Okay.
somebody? Why don't we start with one of the sites that we built, Bill's site or somebody else's site that's gone live recently, so they can get a sense of what we've delivered on, so then we can start showing them what the offer is about what we're willing to build for people today.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, let's take Bill's site. So this is Bill Rauph's site, Philadelphia SEO Experts. We just made this live last week. And yeah, like Jason was mentioning, we opened this program almost like a few months back. But these sites, all of these sites are built from ground up. Like, each and every content has been researched and updated. So this is something that we have put in a lot of effort to, update the contents, and all these things. Each and every site has its unique content. They rank for a specific city. So yeah, this is the final output that you will get from the websites, and this is just one of our customers. This is the home page. Then we do have a bunch of service pages. These are the services that you can offer to the local businesses that you will get in touch with. You can offer website development, you can offer local SEO service. Okay. So yeah, this is basically the end product. And for the maps package, which we are launching brand new in this webinar, we have this template ready, which is pretty much the same as what we had launched before, but it has an additional Google Maps product, Google Maps SEO product that will be added to this template, and rest of the template pretty much stays the same. Okay, so
Yeah. So
this is an end.
to pull back a little bit from what Debarshi's saying here, the site that you're looking at in front of you right now, the ones he's flipping back and forth between, these were part of that done for you City SEO site that was designed to be able to really scoop up broad SEO related search terms in a particular location. So somebody who might be looking for technical SEO services, or they're looking for on-page SEO services, or they're looking for SEO content services. These sites are really designed to be able to lay the foundation for that. And over time and building things out, they do it hooked up to Jimmy's product, or hooked up to what Tim was talking about there. They're gonna explode to be able to do that. And so they were really designed to be able to help you sell other services. Some of the folks who signed up with us have ongoing agencies, and they wanted to be able to power their stuff up. They wanted a refresh, and they're prepared to deliver on those services. Other folks who are buying from us have their SEO services are on the lower, their skills are on the lower side. And so they're learning for themselves, and they're looking to be able to outsource, to be able to unload. If a call comes in for somebody who wants these services, they're going to sell that lead to somebody else. Or they're going to hire Debarshi and I to be able to build a site for that client, a full site like this, using the same methodology for this. And so in those cases, they're making sales because they own their asset, the agency. they own the asset, the website, and to be able to then make a sale about technical SEO related questions or off-page related stuff. But those are going to be all the funnels that are going to get people in. And so this site is designed to be a full, solid foundation for a city SEO agency site. And so we're happy and doing these things here. What Debarshi just showed you with the map site is this newer idea that if the only product you really wanted to sell from the Giddyup is going to be the map stuff that Tim and that Jimmy are powering up for you, you may not need a site that ranks for technical SEO. You may not need a site that ranks for SEO content related things. You may not want the phone calls coming in related to that stuff. You may want a narrower piece for it. And so we said, well, can we build a smaller site that's hyper focused on those particular terms, so that if if you're in the auto business and the only thing that you do is detailing, then that's a really different thing than trying to be able to do all level of auto cleaning and maintenance work. That's a very narrow thing that can be really profitable. You're a specialist in that area. And so this is not likely to generate the same breadth of calls as the larger site is, but it's going to really be able to get you on the map, pun intended, for the things you're going to want to be able to sell the maps related products in a particular place. And so it has the same core concept of Baltimore SEO and then some other word with it, or Denver SEO and then some other branded word with it. The maps one would be doing the same thing in that regard here. And so it's a smaller site, but it's built using the same sort of individualized page development and research. It's the same Webflow stuff. And Debarshi and Ganshu and the rest of his team have really put a lot of thought into how do we put those things together. And I've looked at and leveraged Luke Gray's TIA methodology to be able to figure out how do you build a sitemap that's going to be lean and still super powerful.
All right. So yeah, so Jason, thanks for explaining that. Let me move on to another example. Should I show your website, or we have one more?
Yeah, we can show
this. Yeah, okay, let's go through Jason's site. Yeah, Jason, you can take over and explain what you.
Yeah, so every one of the sites, if you put all of them next to each other, yeah, if you put all the sites next to each other, you'll see the familiarities. You'll see how some of the template stuff fits together. You'll also see that the text is distinct, that there's some repetition across them, which is the research that drives what do we need to have on the page to be able to send the right signals, but how do we have them be distinct and individual? And so you'll notice the images are different across them. You'll notice that the palette feels a little bit different. So yeah, so this is really a way for us to be able to build customized sites for you, but still for it to all fit together in similar sorts of ways. So yeah, if a question that came in on the chat here was, if you're in a smaller town and you have a brand that's not centered on our town, how would you go building your SEO site? So Google gets a lot of power from your root domain, and so when you include the certain kinds of keywords in there, every time you have a backlink, every time it's out there, even when Google just crawls it to begin with, it's going to read that, and then that's going to make a big difference in how fast you can communicate to Google what you are about. And so if you have an existing agency site and it doesn't use the formulas that we're using of Charlotte SEO plus a branded word, Uplift Charlotte, or Raleigh SEO Heroes, or Philadelphia SEO Experts, that's the formula that we're using for every one of our folks here. Then we'd recommend that you pick up a second domain in a different place and you power that up, and that you work with the two, because there's no reason to take down the existing one, to be able to expand your footprint by having another entity out there, another business to be able to do it. Yeah, we think that that's going to be a whole lot better as a way to go. But we do offer packages that are better for, are powerful enough for smaller locations where there's less competition. But if you're in major cities and want to be able to take that over, you're really going to need a more powerful, more established, extensive content for it, because Google's going to look at the depth of one site and the depth of another site, and it's really tricky to be able to compete even with a well-optimized site structure and well-built out site with something that is in a major city, and there's tons and tons of competition for the leads there. For you to be in the top for the right results that you want to be in there for is particularly tricky in the organic traffic. So yeah, so anyway, I'm super proud of what Debarshi and Mergancio have built for the design elements. I'm really pleased with the content and the way the content has come out. Debarshi, would you click under services and go under local SEO, please? And then scroll down a little bit. So every one of our service pages here starts off with, yeah, you stop right there. The top section, what is local SEO? Up a little bit, please. Yeah, there. So what are local SEO services? So every one of our service pages across all of our city SEO websites takes a moment to be able to explain what is this, because we don't assume that potential clients understand the difference between on-page SEO or local SEO or technical SEO or content services. And so we have a little bit of a definition to explain it here. And then we use an example in there that makes a reference to the local place. And so in this one, for example, a roofing company serving the Queen City can greatly benefit from local SEO. It ensures that when homeowners from any part of the city, be it Valentine or Mallard Creek, which are neighborhoods in Charlotte, search for massive neighborhoods, search for roofing services, this business appears in the search engine ranking, showcasing the citywide service capabilities. All right, click over to Raleigh or Philadelphia, and then click under the local SEO, please. Yep, so then services, local SEO. If you scroll down, what you're going to find here is we used a different niche example for each one of these. So on Raleigh's, we have, consider a boutique cafe in Raleigh in the bustling downtown area. And so then we fit in specific things here to be able to make references which create more distinctions between the sites. So even though we are using many similarities, there are very intentional distinctions to be able to help create all that. And so really, this is designed to be able to get phone calls coming into you, which is what we're doing. We are selling you an agency site, which is going to be able to get you established, to hook up other things that are going on here, and to be able to sell services. And if the services and the calls that are coming in are ones that you don't want to fulfill on, particularly for full website building things done for you, Debarshi and I are ramping up that part of our service as well to be able to do. We have been doing it for some folks. Dave Kaminsky gave a couple of examples there, but we are ramping that up to really be able to roll that out for more and more folks. And as well as if you are not interested in fulfilling, then you may be able to, and they don't want a full website, they're not interested in the maps stuff related to that. I have heard of folks who are building partnerships to be able to sell those leads to other folks to be able to make money on the leads, even if they're not interested in being able to make the sales. And so there's money from those phone calls, there's value you're establishing with it. So, yep. And so a couple other questions are coming in. Client fills out the contact form on the website. Does that one for send text notice emails? Paul, it's going to come into you. It's going to go to you via email, whatever email address you want to be able to hook that stuff up with, so that you'll be able to follow up with them. And that's you. That's coming to you, not to us.
Yeah, you can get that
Right.
phone number up on the site too.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Awesome. You know, I got to tell you, it's you know, this is we did this DFY program. You know, there's like a double-edged reason for it, and it's so powerful. One is it's just a killer way for you to get leads. We want you to get leads. You have these services to sell now. It's free money. The other side of it is its experience with, you know, these types of websites, but also with Jason and Debarshi, you know, to make it even more easy and even more elemental for you to sell websites. Now, you know, there's questions about pricing on other types of websites. That's, you know, currently done on a case-by-case basis. You talk to Jason and he prices it out with you. You're roughly going to be charging your client $6,000 to $10,000 upfront for the site, and you know, $2,000 per month, probably minimum, for the SEO after the fact. So it's, you know, it's a big, you know, very valuable sale to make, and then the pricing is, you know, in line with that, and very very nice with that. And you know, you're kind of getting an idea of their idea of pricing, right? By looking at the extraordinary pricing that they're giving you for this offer, which you'll see when we get to it here. But it's just absolutely killer for what you're getting with this website. Sorry, please carry on, Jason and DeBarshi. This is killer.
I think I've talked about the pieces that I want to do. DeBarshi, what do you want to showcase that I haven't talked about?
So Jason, I was thinking if it is a good idea to show the plans and then go through each of the things that we cover in the plans and draw a comparison with the current website that we have made live, that what are these things. For example, what are the service pages, what are the FAQ sections, and what are the
it's very detailed,
testimonials.
the process. They're very immersed in the process of creating this for you, of creating what would typically cost you at a very good price, $10,000 upfront, whereas instead you're going to be getting it at a fraction of that, and they offer an incredible payment plan. DeBarshi, please share away.
Great. Okay. So thanks, Mike. So here I will share the actual link to choose any of these plans shortly. But before that, yeah, this is where we did the whole brainstorming and we came up with these plans, which is pretty much similar to what we have offered to our previous customers in the city SEO package. But here we have gone into more details when we are displaying these plans. Okay, so we have three different offers. One is the $99 a month plan. The second one is $199, and the third one is $299 a month. Okay, and for each of these plans, there are certain technical things, like for example, service pages. Okay, so with the $99 plan, you get 5. With the $199, you get 8, and with the mega of SEO plan, you get 15.
Yeah,
okay,
and
so
actually,
these are just to...
I'm realizing as we're explaining this, it's going to be more orienting to start on the sales page, and then we'll come back to this page. But that was actually a great introduction. So if you hop over to the actual offer page. So if you go, the sales letter for this is at mikelong.com/DFY. And then it's got the previous terrific webinar replay with Jimmy. So you can see the original webinar. The replay for this webinar will be here on this page as well. So you can mark that down, mikelong.com/DFY. And then as you scroll to the bottom, if you click on the link, there is the option to join. And I'll walk through this with you really quickly. All right, great. So we have these 3 plans here. Now, the first plan we call the MAPS plan, and it is to really set you up exactly perfectly for Jimmy's maps. Just boom, you're set up. It's exactly configured right. They'll go through all the settings for that. The second plan is the MAPS Plus SEO plan. The MAPS Plus SEO plan, that's where you're setting up your site, not just to dominate the maps listings, right, for your keywords, but also to go into the Google organic and really crush it there. And then the MAPS Plus Mega SEO package would be more for like if you're in a bigger city or want kind of a more sophisticated site. So that I just wanted to kind of quickly give people that high level overview before we drill down into kind of the distinctive, because they have each of the steps built out. They're all very efficient, very efficiently done, and yet done with such class and style, such excellence. Guys, please continue. DeBarshi, you can actually jump back in to wherever you were, or you can go through this page, but you know, obviously these are the 2 operant pages. And
This
Jason,
is the page. DeBarshi, use this one. I think this one's so much clearer about what we have at this point for folks.
Right. Sure. Yeah. So yeah, so let's start with the service pages. What is a service page? Service page is basically a service that you're offering. So such kind of pages are service pages, which are like the local SEO service. We will talk more about the service so that you can rank on Google, and the content will be SEO optimized content. So that's the service page for you. Then we have blog articles. So we also will write blog articles for you. I'm just trying to get an example of a blog here. I'm not sure if I have made this live, the blog, but if not, I mean, that will be like a resource source that, yeah, here is an example of a blog article. So we will also have SEO relevant blog articles on your website, all written by us. Okay. Then after that, yeah, we will have these basic pages: the home page, about us page, contact us page, and blog archive page. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Home, this is, we have seen the home page, and then we have about us page, contact us page, and then this is called the blog archive page. I think it is not linked. Let me see. Yeah, where you see all the blog articles that are there on your website. Okay. And then after then, yeah, we will have these legal pages as well added, and then we will have contact form integration. So every website will have the option to for your visitor to connect with you, and they can fill out this contact form, and you can have these entries in the backend of your website, and you can also enable your email to get a notification when someone fills out this contact form. Okay, and then yeah, these are certain things to increase conversions, like exit intent pop-up. If someone lands on your website and they are exiting, once they come to the close to this address bar, there will be an exit intent pop-up that will again force them, or that will try to persuade them to fill out the contact or download something, something like that, that kind of a setup. Then we will have case studies. Case study blocks are really important to gain that trust. And then we will have FAQ sections. So I think we can show you some examples of FAQ section here. Yeah, so these are the FAQs for the home page, and then we have FAQs for each of these service pages. FAQs are very important from an SEO perspective, and also to handle any kind of objection that your visitor might have. So we will have that FAQ section. We will have testimonial blocks. This is pretty evident for the testimonial block is. And then after that, there are a lot of technical activities that we also do. For example, Google Analytics, which is really necessary to see the number of visitors on your website. Google Search Console is important to see what are the search terms for which your website has ranked. Google Tag Manager is another technical setup that is recommended. And then we will also have options of authors, creating tags, categories, newsletter subscriptions, custom scroll bar. So there are a lot of different things that goes into this website creation. Okay, so and all these different things are available at various separately for separate plans. So you can come to this page, mikelong.com/dfy, and then you can scroll down and come to the maps packages page, where you will get a glimpse of all these different services along with the plans for which these are available, and then you can pick and choose the one that that is right for you. Okay, so those are about services. And just one more quick thing, also what I have done this time is I have created a very clear pipeline of what we are going to do in each of these months. That starts from May, and what we are going to do in May, in June, July, August, September, and then from October to the next year, we will be pretty much maintaining all these parts of the website, whenever you join. So we will be taking care of the entire support and maintenance of the website, and we will be making sure that your website is always optimized technically, so that it's best suited to rank on Google. Okay. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share with respect to the plans and the deliverables.
So two questions that have come in. If you would go, leave the screen up here, Devarshi. So two questions have come in, have told me that folks may be a little confused about a few things. One, this is your site. You are buying your site. We are building it for you. You will use your domain for it. I have strong recommendations about what domain you choose for it, because the way that the site structure is built and the content is built is optimized around a particular way of having your domain. But in the end, that is your decision. And so if you want to be able to use something else, we'll connect this site to whichever domain that you want to be able to do. It just won't rank the same way depending on how your domain is built, because the domain has a direct influence over what happens. And for the $99 or the $199 or the $299 per month, that's a 12-month commitment. And so that's, you own at the end of that 12 months, you've paid off. It is your site, you have it. And if you wanted to, if you prefer to pay it off in one lump sum, we will give you a discount, which you see at the bottom here. So at the top, the MAPS plan is $99 a month for 12 months, or for $1,000 to be able to purchase it outright to be able to do that. And so it is your site. It is your domain. Once we build the site, we use the Webflow piece to be able to connect up to through your domain provider of Namecheap or GoDaddy, wherever you bought the domain from, and we'll connect that stuff up for you. And then so it can sit on an existing site that you already own. If you already own a domain, you want to hook it up to that, great. If you want to purchase a new one, great. Part of what happens when people first sign up is I get on a call with them to be able to ask questions about where are you located at, and what is your interest in all this. Some people want to set it up in their backyard. I live north of Charlotte, and so Charlotte made a lot of sense to me. Other people were like, I have a sister who lives over here. I'd like to be able to target that area over there. Some people who are in smaller towns or smaller cities were like, do I pick the place that I'm at, or do I go a little ways down the road that's an hour away or 2 hours away to be able to target a larger population for it? And so we do a consultation call. We identify what city you want to do. I help you identify a brand that would be able to go along with it, like Raleigh SEO Heroes or Philadelphia SEO Experts.
And certainly part of what's going on with this is this onboarding with Jason. I need to say this, like, I can't promise in the future that we can always do like onboardings with Jason, but at this time when we're doing it, it also makes sense because, you're going to be talking to Jason about the websites that you're selling as a client anyways. So there's a certain efficiency, to how we're setting it up, but at the same time, can't always promise that it's going to work. Right now it does, right? Like for this opening, it does. But if you're watching this and then there's another opening in the future, I can't say, necessarily at that time that Jason's going to individually sit down with every single person coming in, but thus far he has with every single person coming in. It's very, very valuable. I always hear raves about it. So just extremely valuable. And, self-serving too, I want to see it because I want to, have action. I want you guys selling maps listings. I want you guys selling websites. And so, lead flow is critical. We're going to be having a massive focus going forward on you getting leads so you can sell these services. We have 3 killer cornerstone services. These sites from Luke Gray that he's innovated, that he's figured out, is very typical for them to generate 100 phone calls in the SEO, the Google organics, right? They're also, tend to be well set up for the maps. Of course, we have it super optimized for the maps, but it's a real powerful lead source. It's proven. Sometimes it can get up to that 300 call range even. And so it's really, really high value. It's high value for you to be able to offer this as a turnkey service, just like you have with Jimmy, and just like you now have with Tim. It's an embarrassment of riches, and I love it. Jason and Debarshi have worked extremely hard to make this possible for you guys, in part because they see the vision they get to enjoy, right? When they have Bill Ropp come on singing their praises, when they have Dave Kaminsky, who's been around the block, he knows a thing or two about a thing or two, coming and singing praises. So this is really, really extraordinary offer that you guys have made for the city SEO can be also for city web design. How do you handle the web design clients? Oh, I don't know. I know a couple guys that you can talk to right here. All right, Jason and Debarshi, this has been incredible. Let me get you guys final words on this, and then when you guys are wrapped up, we'll jump into the Discord and talk about how that's going to work and kick it off the right way altogether. So I'll leave it up to Jason Debarshi for final words on this killer DFY offer. It's going to be open for limited time. We have TIA open at the same time. I'm going to have everything kind of wrap up here in a couple weeks, but for now, you certainly have time to look around, check it out. But that said, earlier you get in, earlier you get started, earlier you get going, earlier your site gets done. So it's killer. Jason Debarshi, great job, guys, by the way. Final words on this subject.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll start and I'll let Debarshi close us out on it. I'm really, really pleased with the sites we've been building and working with individuals to be able to create agency sites that are city-based to really get them started, or to be able to swap out an older agency site that they've had for a while that's just not representing them well, to have one on Webflow that it looks really good and is keyword optimized and built using the newest maps, the newest approach that Luke, who's got such an amazing course through TIA, has been teaching on that. And I know that for some folks, it allowed them to focus their efforts elsewhere, like on making sales for various products. And so I'm really, really pleased with what we've done here and super excited to be able to offer something that is as low cost to be able to get at as $99 a month for somebody who wants to start selling maps in their local area there, and have an agency site that is set up to be able to rank on the maps for selling maps by hooking these things together. And so I'm really, really happy. I have noticed a couple of questions that have come through in the chat here. And so we'll certainly be able to get out there answers to more questions and be able to do that. So yeah, so TIA, True Intelligence Agency, Luke Gray, he is one of the co-owners of Periscope and does a whole lot of stuff with that there. I think that Mike's probably got some links on his site as well about that as well. So yeah, so anyway, I'm really, really happy. I'm happy to answer other questions that folks come up in one-on-one calls, but I'll let Debarshi take this away. So.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. Thanks, Mike. So yeah, I mean, I think we have covered most of the things, but I will just recap it for one more time. So basically, we are offering 3 packages. The end product will be your City SEO website along with the Maps SEO package comes with the offering of your Google Maps SEO service that you can get from Tim or and then or Jimmy, and then this will be your end product. Now there are various plans that you can opt for to get this end product done, which you will find here. And then I went over these different technical things that we do on your website, and these are dependent on the plan that you choose. Okay, and then yeah, there is a one-time payment option for which you can save some money if you opt that one-time payment. And then finally, I would show you this monthly deliverable pipeline that we have. I mean, again, like, these websites are something that we put in a lot of effort and research to build. So it is not like we can deliver it within, within a week or two. So it takes time. So this is the pipeline that we have with us. We do have we are in discussion with of some fast track program for which, if you want your website done quicker, then we can prioritize that. So for that, you can send either Jason or me an email and we can talk about that if you wish to do that. So yeah, that's pretty much the wrap up. You can get to this specific link by going to mikelong.com/DFY.
Yep.
Let me go here. Yeah, so this is the same, but you have to come down to the end, and then once you click this button, you can go to this packages link, which is maps-packages.
Yep. And there's a nice letter from me there that you can read about it, but I think we've also covered very well. And this is also a promises made, promises kept style situation. You can clearly see people check this out and jumped in with Jason and Debarshi, and just really went well for them. So now they have a new build out. It's all ready to go for skyrocketing up with Jimmy. Basically, you get Jimmy's maps package plus their base maps offer, and boom, you're off to the races for your city SEO for ranking the maps. And then, of course, if you want to jump into the SEO, which I highly recommend, then they have 2 more packages to go from there. All right, what I want to do now is open up, and I want to thank Debarshi, he was in there helping me out with this new Discord. Discord is something that has gone really well for gamers. And Jason, are you still on? Let me just find out one more. Okay, just checking here. So let me pull up Discord. So Discord, you download an app, and then you can get to it. It's the link to join to be able to jump in with us is at mikelong.com/invite. And I'm gonna open this up. Oh, that's great. Let me share my screen. Peter, just you can see Peter Probst poking around. Peter's a very successful agency owner from Germany. Here we go. An all-around great guy. We got Spicy Funky Weirdo in here too, so that's great. We already have people poking around. So if you're in here, you're amongst the founders. I actually wanted to sort of document the creation of this at a very sort of bare bones level. Now we've got Darren in sales group too, so people kind of clicking around, Montana lady, the people helping people. So these are chat groups, voice channels where people can talk to each other. The sales role play one, so Tim now is in with Peter, and so they could then talk, and they could talk through a role play, a sales role play. Sales role play, incredibly effective at helping you just get good at getting sales. It's just basically like the same as football or baseball or anything else like that. It's just automatic. If you get in there and do it, then it's you just practice and you just automatically become better. I was a great wrestler. I was a great football player. It was just drilling. You just drill and drill and drill and drill. Lori's now Lori's in there with Peter. She can be getting tips from one of the best. So this is a feature of things. The way I'm going to do it, the way I'll be organizing it is a little bit, I have a great background from Magic the Gathering. I'm going to organize it a little bit like when we started a game store. We tried to have sort of events, sort of days when we did that. I know for a fact I'm going to organize some sort of a weekend warrior type of situation where we have at least one of the days, either Saturday or Sunday on the weekend, maybe Sunday fun day, right? For our weekend warriors to really particularly have a time when when there's sort of more people involved, and I'll look to have one day during the week that's the same type of thing kind of to begin with, and we'll sort of go from there. So it'll probably be something along the lines of a Sunday, and maybe I'm thinking most likely Tuesday. I don't even know why I think it's Tuesday. I just have a sense because I feel like we kind of have things sometimes going on Monday in TIA, sometimes on Wednesday in Green Gold, and then or actually Thursday especially for TIA. So maybe something like Tuesday and Sunday, and maybe I'll look to kind of narrow down those times where it's a bit nice because we have a lot of Americans, but we also have like a lot of Aussies. So that's exactly night and day. So for example, for Aussies, a lot of times they can be big fans of the later webinars. Make it a lot easier if it's 7 p.m. in America or something like that. So we might have something along the lines of maybe Tuesday evenings and Sunday afternoons. I could even try to target it a little bit where it won't conflict with football when football starts. So maybe Sundays at noon, because football games start at 1. An hour is a good amount of time on a weekend to kind of get started, to get together. That's a good amount. So let's go for Sundays at noon Eastern, and we'll go for Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. And that's a good spread. It gives us two, very different times, one during the week, one during the weekend. And that and that's not even for any particular activity. It's just sort of a great time to be on with people there. I don't know why I have the instinct that this is the right way to do things. Of course, you could constantly be on, don't get me wrong. I just really like the idea of particularly having a Sunday and a Tuesday. So this Sunday will be the first, and we'll have it at noon. We used to do Sunday Fun Day in OMG. It was very effective. It was kind of for beginners, but really then everybody kind of got into it, and it was really good. So we'll bring Sunday Fun Day back. We'll do Sundays at like I said, noon, because that'll particularly be non-conflicting with football, because you can even spill into 2 p.m. and hardly you missed hardly anything. You missed half of the first quarter or something like that. And then Tuesday at 7 p.m. It sounds great. They also rarely do football on Tuesdays. That's another thing. So there you go, football players. I'm looking out for you. Because the only other kind of non-football day is Wednesday or Friday. So and sometimes they actually even do, I feel like, football on Wednesdays. Okay, killer stuff from that standpoint. I'm going to open up more channels. So we have the Law of Implication channel. David Mills has such extraordinary success training that he has created with Law of Implication. It's at youtube.com/law of implication. So many people that are involved in this are, oh wow, we have tons of new messages. This is wonderful. Great rock and roll. This is great. Yeah, I paid for a few extra options and a few extra fun stickers and stuff like that. I'll be decking this out more as we go on with things. This will become kind of more fleshed out. I can easily see having a specific channel for kind of text chat about let's say funnels, one kind of like one on funnels, and then probably one on SEO. That probably makes sense. So maybe I'll just do that now and show you how I do that for what it's worth, in case you wind up moderating or something like that, helping out with that. Certainly open to anybody who wants to help with that type of thing. Create a channel. Oh, create a category. Great. What kind of category would we want? I don't know. I would think through what kind of a category I want before I make one. Let's see though, but channel I can definitely make. So let's call this one, I'll add emojis later. Let's see, we can call this one SEO maps and SEO. We'll call that create that channel. Boop. And then, and these are just like, you can just chat, just like you see here in this general channel. This general channel can just be sort of kind of whatever, people might, for example, put earnings reports here. Great. And I'll just kind of like look to screen capture them. You might say, well, Mike, what if that's lost? Well, I'll screen capture it and I'll stick it on my Instagram. How about that? And be happy to. I'll fire up the old Powered by OMG Instagram. We'll mob it. Okay, so let's see, and then let's do another one here. And this is enjoyable for me, interesting to me. I particularly like the idea. I'm telling you, I think it's killer that I'm having these two events. I think people will really like it. It's a really good way of doing things. Server settings, and there's something where you can. I could even video stream if I wanted to during that time, but I don't know. Like we'll see how it works out. We'll see how we do it, but it'll just be a great time for people to get on, and I'll support it with email and stuff like that, and we'll talk about it here in this chat and so forth. Server settings, create channel. Let's do that. So this one can be for your funnel. Funnel and spell fulfillment right? Who knows? I can change it if I need to. Okay, great. So now we have two new channels here that sort of make sense. This is the kind of product side of it, And this is sort of the traffic and conversion side of it. And then we've got our general. We can have this kind of for beginners. If you feel like you're kind of a beginner, great place to sort of just, I don't know if you're feeling, just could be a good beginner place. I don't know, we'll work on it, right? Then we've got a couple of sales and role play rooms. I can add as many of these as we need. I can see me doing that. People helping people, that's my idea. If people want to kind of pair off and just talk, it's just a great way to talk or to have talk rooms in that way. So that's great. So we can have this great discussion here. And I can, try to focus to get, some people on with me to help along. And, we have a lot of six-figure agency owners, for example. I mean, like a lot in here. So it's, if you're getting answers from somebody, it's probably good, probably good stuff. So let me get some little bit of, I went on a bit of a tirade there. Let me pop out of this for a second and hop back into the webinar control panel and see what kind of action I've got going on here. Humongous attendance still, very, very popular Webby, very popular Webby. So let me see if I have any kind of anything from Tim or Debarshi, and then I'm going to check the questions. Really pleased with this, really pleased how people have jumped into this. Dale, the snapshot for Go High Level, I'll have to figure that out. I just don't know is the answer. Debarshi, this is killer. Thank you for helping me put this together. So cool.
Yeah.
People are popping on in. Oh, web design. We could have a web design. Web design, sort of like web, but that's sort of like funnel and fulfillment. See, it already fits. Great stuff with the community here. What a killer webinar. I mean, things will just never be the same. I mean, now you have, 2 more offers that you can bring to the table, folks. Jason Debarshi can help you build that website that the client needs. And right now you can be your first client, right? And get a website from Jason Debarshi, start getting leads. That's omgmachines.com, or sorry, MikeLong.com/DFY. And with Tim's, to get Tim's offer, what you'll do is you'll contact me, just the same as with Jimmy. I give my contact information. I'll give it again. You can text me at 858-699-2747 or WhatsApp, same thing, +1 858-699-2747. And then we'll have my Skype at Area 51 Lifestyle that you can reach me at, and that's a great way. And then of course Mike at MikeLong.com. Debarshi, we've got the cool thing here. Check this out. You're going to be there on these event days?
Oh yes, yeah.
Let's do that. Ooh, I schedule my first event here. There are no upcoming events. Well, let's create an event.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. That makes sense. You can be kind of kicked off on a bit of a voice channel. Select a channel. Oh, I have to make a. Okay, so you create an event in a room. Okay, that's cool. That makes sense. So let me do this. So let's create a channel for this, and we'll call it Sunday Fun Day. Fun Day. And wait, let's edit that channel and let's make it right now it's a text channel. Do I want this to be a text channel or a voice channel? Text is more inclusive, so let's make it text. And then let's go to event, because everyone can do text. Create an event. Oh no, it has to be a voice channel. Oh no, here we go, somewhere else. Okay, enter a location. Okay, I see. So if you do the event here, a location, it would be this Sunday Fun Day thread, right? I guess everyone could be in there discussing kind of anything. That makes sense. And then anybody who wants to pair off and do voice calls, including everybody. It could be voice. All right, we'll work on it. We'll start with it as text, but I can see it both ways, and we'll figure it out. And you'll see, we'll figure this out. I've run many communities that have been extraordinary. And this is how you do. You pick your way through it. You find a platform that has this kind of like functionality, right, that you can work with. You know, and obviously this would all be foolery if it weren't for these 3 offers that we have. It's not like, you know, you put lipstick on a pig, you get a, you know, pig with a lipstick, right? It's nothing special. But instead, if you get all these just incredible people, all these 6-figure agency owners, these SEO geniuses, all in one room in the same direction with a ton of velocity, then now it's really worth it to just dig in and really figure out this community thing and say, hey, you know, how can we take this to the next level? There's more functionality than we could just get with Facebook groups. And on Facebook, there's a lot of distractions. And I just hear from a lot of people, they don't want to be on there. So, and you know, this is kind of a more dedicated thing that we can do. So let's do, let's just do it as a voice chat. Let's do it somewhere else because I want it to be able to be text. So we'll say the Sunday Fun Day text chat. Okay, and I've also got the replay page for this that I can use this as Sunday Fun Day. So we get together and you know, work on your money getting, obviously, is what Sunday Fun Day is going to be about. With these, you know, 3 specific offers, of course. I, you know, can't help with underwater basket weaving or something like that. Okay, so we'll make it 12 p.m. This is so cool. See, no one's ever done this. You've seen some brand new. And I have ways of figuring this stuff out. I'm not just winging it. I'm, you know, a seasoned professional at helping people make a lot of money. Great, beautiful. Sunday Funday text chat, right? It's right here. Text, should say text channel. That'd be better, more apt. Oh, there's a little share of the event. I don't know how much, how worth that is. It's mostly just a reminder, I suppose. Great, beautiful. But now we have a little one event here. So if you click in on it, you're like, oh, there's an event. Nifty. Sunday Fun Day. And then I can create another event, and I will. That will be somewhere else. And it can be, what is it, like Tycoon Tuesday for all you tycoons. Tycoon Tuesday and Tycoon Tuesday can be Tuesday at 7 p.m. right? And it goes till 8 p.m. Great. Tycoon Tuesday, beautiful. Aw, this is great. I'm very proud of this. 2 events. Great. It's progress. All right, we did it together. Beautiful. Very proud of that. Oh, we need to make Tycoon Tuesday. So let's make Tycoon Tuesday. Create a channel. Tycoon Tuesday. Create channel. Beautiful. All right, people. We've done it. We've successfully done it. We have a great new Discord. We have a number of members filing in. You can get there by going to mikelong.com/invite, and I'll look to put a link to the Discord itself at mikelong.com/discord. Did you already do that, Debarshi? Like Debarshi already did.
Sorry, Mike. Yeah, I'm here. What was that?
Did you already put a redirect to mikelong.com/discord?
No, that we were facing some issue with the keyword, so I'll get that done soon.
Sweet, thanks. So great, bunch of people already in here. Welcome one, welcome all, and this will fill up nicely with energy. We have these 2 nice events to backboard this. So you know, at very least, you know, you can attend one or both of those events every week and then poke in here and there. But for a lot of people, this will be a real clubhouse where you'll be able to hang out with friends, people going in the same direction. It's going to help you have a lot of success. This is a city on a hill, a place where friends come together in Providence. Incredible webinar. What a knockout. Debarshi, what do you think?
Yeah, it was amazing. Tim's offer is like really crazy. I'm just
So crazy, right?
yeah.
Beautiful. I love this stuff. It's beautiful. And it's fun. I mean, winning's fun, folks. Winning's fun. All right, great. So let's check this out. I'm going to go into the question box, see if we've got final questions. Peter Probe says, thanks a lot for the meeting. I come back tomorrow with a question for my new Italian SEO website. That's Peter, by the way, just put in a map. He just closed another client and sent it in for Jimmy Maps yesterday. So congratulations, Peter, rocking it. And we hear he's just got a new Italian client. So way to go, go, Peter. Follow up with Carradine when the maps, sales explosion, missing content. Okay, Dale, I'll check with Carradine on that. See, Lori, this is a great opportunity for us agency owners and for our clients. Well done. Thanks, Lori. Get in on TIA, by the way, True Intelligence Agency. It's so bomb, and we're gonna wrap up registration after this. I kept it open because I really wanted you to see it with the context of Tim and Debarshi, and also, hey, the wildfire of results we're getting on Jimmy. I mean, they're just coming. I got more and more today. A bunch of good reports in from Seth. Seth added 2 more clients today. I mean, it's like every day. Is there a Discord invite? Yes, Alan, and I'm so excited to have you in there, Alan. The Discord invite for everybody is at, I'll type it into the chat, mikelong.com/invite. Alan, would love to have you in there. Alan, a long-time OMGer. You're very, very welcome. Yeah, this is such a nice way to be immersed, involved. We're going to start out this way with we've got our terrific event set up. We've got Sunday Fun Day, right? That's going to be Sunday at noon. It's going to be your best NFL pregame that you can possibly have. And then we've got your Tycoon Tuesday. It's going to be Tuesday at 7 p.m. And these will both be recurring events, and we'll be in there with energy. I'll make it a point to have somebody new just jumped in, feature note, great stuff. We have of course that may be Alan. So if that's Alan, especially great news. But yeah, we'll particularly look to make this a thing and make this about people breaking through. And look, like, let's be realistic. You're putting yourself in the best possible position if you do jump in with that. Scott Walker's in. What's going on, Scott? Great, very glad to have Scott in. Scott, long time. I think it's the first time. I feel like the first time I met Scott was at the Phoenix. That was a long time ago at the W Hotel in Phoenix, which Dave Kaminsky was there as well. It was like 2014 or something like that. It's been a minute. Great group of people here. As I look through the audience, I want everybody I see here inside. We have another feature note. Great. These are great emojis. I tried to purchase as many. We got Azizi's in. What's going on? But yeah, I'm looking through the lineup of this webinar, and everybody I'm seeing, I want in here. This is a perfect place for TIA members. It's a perfect place for Green Gold members. This is going to be where kind of the primary focus chat for Green Gold goes. So I'll have a Green Gold node for those members. And it's just, this is actually, let's do that now. Actually should have TIA and Green Gold specific stuff anyways. Both those make sense. Let me make those really fast. Dooby-dooby-doo. Green Gold. Love our Green Gold members. So Jeremy Rose is on here. He's changing up affiliate commissions. Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate you. Got Jeff Pittard on here. He's got a bunch of Green Gold stores. So appreciate you guys. Want to make sure we have a place for our wonderful Green Gold members. Tim McGarvey's a Green Gold member. Does great with that. All right, create a channel for True Intel. So if you have kind of specific questions on that, great. Great, beautiful. Great. Let me go back to the questions. So great. Yep. Lori, Alum, awesome. That was me, Joshua Parker. Hey, Josh. Josh is in now. Snapshot. You know what, Dale? Can you snap me off a Loom or something like that to explain what you're talking about with Go High Level, and I'll see what I can do. Great though. I want this. I want this up, and we have more and more integrations with Go High Level coming. And people really like that. Chris, what is a good flow for getting started with the least amount of money yet scalable? I mean, I would say True Intelligence Agency, is like, kind of the, ideal thing, but you don't actually have to spend any money on the way in. I mean, if you have some way of getting leads, and we're trying to explain, I mean, I'm definitely going to cover stuff like Chamber of Commerce and BNI soon. Like I could even see finding a way to, I got to find some way. I got to find some way to get a chamber guy on here. So I'll think that they're all come up with something. But to explain and maybe get a module in the free members area about that as well. It could be nice. That'd be perfect for the free stuff. For the, in terms of, you really want a bunch of clients, like you want to be landing a bunch of clients, and you're serious about things. TIA is insane. The cold email outreach in there. I mean, the SEO is nuts, and it plugs in unbelievably with Jimmy, and it will with Tim as well. But the cold email funnel in there. I mean, I have a bunch of people that joined TIA in the last 100 days or so, and who've done 10 client sales from the cold email funnel or more, 10 or more. That's one every 10 days. When you're brand new for a program, I mean, where do you hear about that in the internet marketing world? I don't think it's anywhere. So that's True Intelligence Agency. That's at mikeLong.com/welcome. And I'll put that in the chat. So that's a good question. But I mean, strictly speaking, if you're here, you can, get a client, charge the client, and then come back and get the service from Jimmy and be good to go. Get the service from Tim and be good to go. Get the service from Jason and be good to go. And really, ultimately, most clients will buy from all three and should. And that really, because that's part of what you're getting here is a way all three of them will appeal to some clients that the other ones won't. So having all three lets you grab the client that you'd miss with the other one. It gives you a huge range of clients. And yet any client to any one of them really needs all three and should have depth with each, where they go deeper. It's not just that they'll sign up for all the packages, but a sophisticated business should get deep in bed with these people. And so we're giving you away, like that's the idea, like the whales, right? Like, Jimmy makes it very easy to land a whale. We want you to have whales. MikeLong.com/welcome. True Intel Agency and more on Jimmy Kelly. He's awesome. He's phenomenal. Like, I mean, it's nuts. It's nuts what we have here. This and you just have such breadth of offer, including the way that Jason knocks out the website. It's, with DeBarshi, just nuts. Never seen anything like it in the internet marketing world. Let's go further into questions. I totally joined TIA. Crazy not to, Lori said. Yeah, Lori, thanks so much. I'm so proud of it. It's just remarkable. Oh, Dale. Yep. Okay, I've got Luke McGuire in the channel. Yep, Dale was asking about something different. Great, perfect. I will. I'll ask him about it right after the webinar. Josh, check the replay. What was Tim's offer that you missed? Tim has extraordinary maps offer that you can offer to clients. It's in the value range of 10,000 as a client. You would charge between say 1,600, say 1,1600 and 2,000 per month for it is my guidelines for it, or group it in a package with Jimmy. I mean, again, like Dave said, if you can charge double or triple, anyways, the cost to you is $5.99 and no strings. It's amazing. Client has to qualify, but you check with us, and if the client qualifies, you can do it. So just check with us real quick. Offer, can you provide the upgrade prices for extra add-on services we can offer? Yeah, I can. Okay, so, oh, the upgrades. Yeah, I mean, mostly that, like, once they're in, you know, like they join on the base level pricing. From there, you know, it's just more sophisticated when it comes to like, you know, what the offer is from there. But it's, you know, roughly, you know, going to be, you know, you'll be charging at that point the client, you know, in the thousands of dollars, you know, instead of 1,000 or 2,000, it might be like 5,000 now that you're charging the client. And then of course, you know, the cost of fill is going to go up, but your, you know, cut's going to be even bigger because it's a bigger sum. So, you know, same basic idea. Tim's offer. No. So Tim's offer, the way to get Tim's offer, same as Jimmy's, you just contact me. That's it. You just contact me and I'll tell you what to do and where to go and how to do it. But it's $5.99 per month and it's terrific. As the base level, and then he's going to help you scale. Killer. Man, this is just nuts. I'm really proud of this. Tim. Oh, Tim is still on. Tim, if you had anything else that you want to say, just, you know, in regards to the community or anything that's come up with questions that people have had. This is your first time, I believe. I didn't get a chance to show you this because you're so deeply immersed working on your extraordinary presentation that you did today and the offer that people now have. But anyways, so if you want to jump back on with your audio and say anything, but if not, then that's great too. So we will see. Debarshi is still on. But Tim just texted me. That's why I said that. But he may have, oh my goodness, but that was 12 minutes ago. I didn't realize it. So very likely Tim is back off. So my bust, but great stuff. And I'm very, very proud of this. Great job, everybody. And I think I've answered most of the questions. I may have missed some of the earlier ones. I wonder. Okay, great. I think everybody's in good shape. Yeah, Google SEO with the basic plan, Joseph Smith. I mean, although you'll still get some Google SEO, so I guess that's not strictly speaking true. Scott had some nice things to say about the pricing for Jason Debarshi's thing. I agree, it's a very good deal. Okay, great, beautiful, beautiful. Centerville, Virginia, yeah, that's where we were, Joseph. How did you know that? That's funny. Did I mention that? Yeah, that's where we went to high school. Great. Offer. Yep. Jimmy's offer, the info on Jimmy's offers at mikelong.com/welcome. That top webinar there is great for it. But you know, basically he does this killer plug and play maps deal. It's 7 keywords, lightning fast. It could be in days. And it's $3.99 per month. Nuts. It's fantastic. So you just contact me for that. All you need is a CID and some website optimization. Great. Good Webflow developer, Joseph Smith says you found the right people. Great. Beautiful. Great. Bryn. It's like the parable where the host says, ooh, I love that. That's beautiful, Bryn. Bryn said it's like the parable where the host says to get anyone who wants to come from the Gospels. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, Bryn. Thank you. Yes, Lori. Tim does all the keywords. Yes, he does. Beautiful. As does Jimmy. Do you know the prospect? Do you show the prospect current maps? Yeah, Mike Lightfield asked. It's a great question. Do we have a way of showing clients the maps ahead of time? We do. I'm going to try to get at least our power users access to Jimmy's backend. in a certain way. It's set up. I'm still, the server just got set up, so everything is not online yet. Once I get my power users online, I'd love to get everybody on there. I'm not sure what that process is going to entail yet. So, but yeah, like my intention is to get all of you guys logins. Okay. Mike had to leave, but he loved the webinar. Great. That makes me very happy. I'm very happy to hear. That was Michael Angelis. Great member of Green Gold. Great. Don't know who that is, Joseph. Asked about somebody. Okay, great. What niches to steer away from? I don't know. Not many that I know of. I mean, if any contractor, lawyer, doctor, dentist, personal trainers, you heard weight loss, you name it. Catherine, awesome, great, wonderful feedback all the way through. Dave Kaminsky, by the way, came on, knocked it out of the park. We still have so many people live on this webinar. It's wild. We're 2 hours, 36 minutes in, but it's a gem. It's a gem. Everybody killed it. Okay, beautiful. I'll check to the bottom for, Dave Mesros. Oh man, Dave Mesros, you're gonna have to hit the replay, but Dave, you're gonna love this. I just saw you in the LOI group, and you're gonna actually, let me show you this since Dave just jumped on. So first of all, Dave, you go to mikelong.com/invite. Oh great, and Dave's in the Discord checking out. That's so killer. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the chat one last time. mikelong.com/invite to get in here. At the top, you can see our very first conversation is law of implication, our very first channel, text channel. Then we have one for maps and SEO, one for funnel and fulfillment, one for Sunday Funday, which is, you know what? Why don't I just make it very descriptive so people know? 2 Eastern. Of course, people will just assume that I mean, sorry, 12 Eastern. 12 Eastern. They'll assume I mean noon, right? They'll assume I don't mean channel topic. Let's meet Sunday to all have fun and work, money getting, and law. Understanding. Okay, save changes. What this means. Okay. Oh, it says hide after inactivity. Let me make sure it doesn't do that. Check these little, not that it's going to be inactive, but I don't want to. Now, if this is wider, no, it's a little hard to see. No one can say that 12 Eastern doesn't really help it, does it? Just makes it more confusing. All right. Okay, wait, and let me check this. Hide inactivity. I don't want to do that. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to hide it for inactivity, just because of the nature of it, right? It's meant to be a more of a once a week thing, so there's no reason to hide it for inactivity. And then I should probably do that, I guess, with all the channels, just to kind of make sure for now that some of these brilliant things don't disappear, although I'm sure people will be on there talking. And then Tycoon Tuesday, I can do the same thing here, and so on. Beautiful. It's a little addictive. You get into it. It's fun. So anyways, we have the law of implication channel. Great. And again, with law of implication, it's about seeing things more clearly, more straight, right? Sticky jams. Hey, beautiful. YouTube.com/law of implication, right? And again, great timing to come on during Tycoon Tuesday or Sunday Funday to do your law of implication, right? To get your fill in, and you can be doing multiple chats at the same time. But then we have just kind of the group chat here for those days, and then of course we can always be in the individual nodes, and then we have a general node we have for beginners. I assume this will be kind of general / earnings reports. People talk about earnings reports and stuff. Although I guess they might comment here. It's wherever you want to do it. It's all the same to me. I'll screen capture it and share it, and it makes me happy. And then we have voice channels already set up for people to do sales role play. And of course you can do other types of role play, I'd like to point out. And then people helping people, where, you know, it could be a voice channel, talk over an SEO issue, or, you know, could talk about law of implications, so forth. So Dave Mesros, Lawrence, hey, Lawrence is here. Lawrence Rouse, very glad to have Lawrence. Lawrence is a big fan of LOI, also a Green Gold member. Beautiful. Very, very, very happy to have Lawrence in here. Awesome sauce. Oh, this is already in the law of implication group. Scott Walker's in here. Jamming. I love it. Beautiful. And then we have the rest of these groups. Beautiful. Man, I'm happy about this. Good day. Man, and boy, did I haul through. I opened another Coke, by the way. I went through 3 Cokes and that coffee. Drained it all. Great. Go back into the questions. Yeah, you can't stop this kind of stuff. It's just too good. It's just too good. Everything we have is just too much of an advantage. So now's the time to really focus on this. Details. Yep. Scott Walker. Jason's offer. Scott, I'd rewatch the replay. It's really, really exceptional. It's you know, it's on building your own city SEO website or rebuilding it, you know, if you already have one. And of course they can also just, the point is they also walk you through how, you know, if you want them to do SEO for your client, how they can do that and do it really, really well and help you with that. Lori just texted me, great, Lori, what you got rocking? Lori, I did not get your text. It's 858-699-2747, unless you WhatsApp me. Nope, I don't see WhatsApp. Here, I'm gonna put it, let me put my number and all my contact stuff in the chat. It's 858, it's +1, right, for you internationals, for our Aussies and our UKs and Germans and all you people. 699-277. My party people, my Dominicans, all right, so that's my phone, area 5151 lifestyle, for all one word, for Skype. And then mike@mikelong.com for email. Great. There we go. Client ready to go for Tim and Jimmy's maps listing service. What are next steps? Beautiful. Okay, great. Lori, we will get you up and running. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a video to show you how to get the CID for, which is easy, for fast and easy for Jimmy. And you just send that to me. We go through keywords together, you're done. And then it's even easier for Tim, and I'll tell you how to pay and you're good to go. Beautiful. Great job, Lori. Great job, Lori. Landed another client. Great job. Okay, let's see what we got going here. Yeah, it makes me happy. I really, this is it's also cool for me, because in the past when you guys got clients during the OMG days, I would hear about it from earnings reports, but I wasn't like so tied into it like I am now, where I'm just like staring, like I'm, you know, it's like everywhere I look, it's like, oh, here's all these new Maps rankings, here's all these new Google rankings, here's all these earnings reports from the clients. Like that's what the iteration is. Like that's the newness for me in one sense, is before I knew your earnings reports, but I wasn't as tied into your client's earnings report. I would hear about it. That was one of the great things about Dave Kaminsky being around, right? Was I would see that product view. He had a window washing business, and still does, multiple 6 figures per month. But then in addition to that, boom, agency 6 figures per month. Unbelievable. So proud of him. Scott's gonna check out the replay. So glad. Oh my gosh, Dave Mazzaro said he was gonna suggest we make an LOI Discord. This is a great way of doing LOI, because you have an active thing. And I can add gaming to this, and I probably should, right? I could add I mean, Seth and I play Magic the Gathering. So I could certainly add Magic the Gathering, or a gaming group. Let me just add a gaming. See if that goes anywhere. And of course, if it ever splinters, you know, if it's like we have people who love one game, like Dave Mills and I play a lot of Dota, and we played a lot of Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn's about to come up with a new expansion. Great game. I was looking it up. I played like thousands of hours of this game, like 2,000-3,000 hours. Dota, I played thousands of hours of Dota 2, DOTA 2. And there's a bunch of games. Like at some point I could just, why don't I walk you through my Steam really fast? I don't know why I have the instinct to do this, but let's just do this for a second. So here's my Steam account. And there's also Steam and Good Old Games, but these are both great ways of accessing. I'm on a Mac, but you know, for a lot of the stuff you want PC. Magic the Gathering you can do on a Mac. It's one of the few things that really does well on Mac, mostly for games you want a PC. Dota, you'll definitely need a PC. So Dota, you can see 3,800 hours. I'm not, you know, like it's just reality. I played Fantasy Ground. I don't even know what this is. 86 hours. So there's a bunch of games. I couldn't even tell you what this one was. Solasta is like a Dungeons and Dragons style game, 200 hours, mostly because they came up with some really good DLC. Atom, 39 hours. Against the Storm. This is a cool one. Hard game. Where is it? Where is it? I played a bunch of this game. I don't know why it's not. Oh, I know why. Because I mostly play on Good Old Games. Age of Wonders is a great game. This is a super, super great game. It's not reporting, but I have over 1,000 hours on this game. It's a great game. Banner Saga, 5.3 hours. Some things, you know, not so much. Bard's Tale, 12 hours. Although, boy, did I play the heck out of this back in the day. Battle Chasers Night War, 600 hours. Really good one, by the way. Chance, David's son, plays this. We play Dota together, too. Black Book is okay. I played a bit of it, 95 minutes, not very much. Blackguards, yeah, I played a bit of it, 55 hours. DD Empires, I don't know how much I played this, but some. Divinity Original Sin, 59 hours. This is a new one we've been playing, Doors of Trithias, 55 hours. You know, so I game a lot. It's interesting. It's a hobby that it's not showing my game hours on this, but it's over 3,000. Grounded. David and Chance play this a bunch. Grounded. Hades is a good one too. 200 hours. It's good for your mind. It's just a great way to do theory crafting and so forth. And it's cheap. It's just cheap. These games are like $15 each. Dota is free. It's totally free. Magic is free. Actually, Magic is not really not that free. I shouldn't say that. Okay. It's probably like all these free app games that I could have thought of. So never mind that I said that. Create a channel. Gaming. All right. Great. And I'll post my recent Magic deck lists and stuff like that, and you can try it. I can show you that. I want to show you that. I'm a 3-time Magic the Gathering world champion, and just still exceptional at the game. You know, probably one of the best who's ever played, and I've just killer stuff. The heck. All right, maybe Magic another time. But you know, there's just something about playing games. It's good for your mind. It's a great way to learn strategy without getting screwed. And I can talk to you about things. I have decks. I have secrets. I've dominated all these games. Great webinar. Great webinar. NWO Wars. What's that, Josh? Night Wars? I don't know, man. You saw some of the games I have. So you gamers, it's a additional great place to be. I don't know why. I really do kind of want to show you guys this deck. Wacky as it sounds. It's the end of the webinar. You can always just end the webinar if you don't want to watch this part. But yeah, because you can play Magic. You can play Magic on Mac and PC. So I'll try this one last time. Seth, it's like, this is awesome, and most other people are probably like, I don't know. But this is top level. This is, I mean, the best deck that's out there. It's Alex Jones's game. Oh no, I don't know about it. I don't know much about Alex Jones. I have nothing against him. I just know nothing about him. I wonder if Smitty, I feel like Smitty probably pulled this my deck apart as my friend, because he's testing it. So I let him log into my account. So I don't know if he's going to have the exact deck I would want to show you, but it'll be a nearly close one. So I still like build these top secret decks that, you know, you could win $100,000 tournament with. Actually, very recently, my guy who I build decks with, Dan, yeah, he changed it. Oh, Smitty. Be hard for me to change it back on the fly. You got to be kidding me. Restless Bivouac, Smitty. Maybe it's good though. I mean, still it'd be hard to lose to this deck. It's really good. So it's all these little creatures, little monsters, and then pump spells to make them crazy. It's kind of all built around this card. It's a semi-soft lock, folks. Angel Fire Ignition, make the creature big and indestructible and give you a bunch of life. And then you have creatures that are sort of built to be good with that. So, and then I have a kind of a specialized version. I'll post it later for you guys. Maybe I'll even record a game and post it. That'd be cool. Yeah, I could do that kind of stuff. That would sort of foster things, you see. So I'll get these things done. The more you get the ball rolling, the more things happen. If I had my real version here, I'd play a game, but I think I would just be cursing it at Smitty while I lost in front of you. So I don't really want to do that. Smitty's great though. He's really, really great. And he told me he had changed the deck. I'll just tell him in the future to just copy the deck and then make a replica of it and then change that deck. Okay, beautiful. All-time great webinar. Of course, it's just sort of so good that I just sort of felt like tailing off a little bit and explaining about gaming a little bit more, giving you a little bit more context. But I mean, I've had a lot of people ask over the years, so maybe that scratched the itch for a couple of our longtime listeners. Rogue Empire. Oh, Jeremy Rosa. Rogue Empire had me so hooked when you introduced it. Yeah, that's another game. That's wonderful, Jeremy. Yeah, it was really fun. And David and I met the game designer a bit and talked to him, not in person, but we chatted with him and he had his own Discord. Rogue Empire is another good one. And yeah, donated to him a bit and just a great independent game designer. Yeah, I should get Dan Burdick on sometime to just talk about games with you. He's the guy who I designed Magic decks with. We recently designed the deck that took second in the pro tournament, which is like I don't know, like a $50,000 second prize or something like that. So it's good for your mind, and you know, everyone doesn't have to do it, but gosh, it's good for you. Really help you, and I want you to do well. And you know, it's a law of implication group, so that sort of having the gaming element really strengthens the law of implication part of it as well. So that's kind of nice. I'm really liking this. I appreciate everybody for jumping in. Let's check the general column, see if we have any new people in. Yeah, Scott. Just ask the question in the maps. Okay, great. Let's check it out. Okay, great. Great question. Yeah, Jimmy's got his own, and then a lot of people use Local Falcon. I know that. Jimmy has his own, and then a lot of people I know use Local Falcon. Okay, great. And those are the general results that we've been doing. Yeah, everybody seems to love these emojis. I paid a little bit extra. Got you guys the emojis. We have our 2 events. This is great. Oh yeah, and Dave Mesrose. So we have 2 events, like I said, lined up. We have Sunday Fun Day, where people can come on and particularly be active. Sunday at 12 noon Eastern. I should have said 12 Eastern. I guess it probably reports your own time, whatever time you're at. And then 7 p.m. Eastern, Tycoon Tuesday. And we already have 2 people interested. See who these people are. Does it tell me? Okay, Bryn and Lawrence are interested. Great. Does that mean we're already in here? What do you do to be interested? Yeah, heck yeah, I'm interested. Come in here, show your ups. Tell us you're interested. I love it. If you can make it, of course. Don't lie to us. Don't lead us on. Bryn's gonna be there. Thank you, Bryn. Appreciate that. That's great. It's very valuable. Brings a big law of implication person too. Isn't this beautiful? I don't know why, like it just kind of weirdly, and this is what David wanted us to do, and I did it. Bling. Once again, David to the rescue. All right, everybody's awesome. Appreciate that. Jeremy's was the last comment. We are just under 3 hours in, and we still have most of everybody who joined us from the beginning. Tip of the cap. Let's crush it. I mean, we really got great plans to crush it here as we race into the second half of 2024. Dominate it. We're gonna crush 2025, make you guys a lot of money. I want to see a lot of millionaires, a lot of millionaires. Deca millionaires. That's what I can just hear it. That's what I'm going to be hearing all the time from you guys now. I want to be a Deca millionaire. It's not going to be enough. Millionaires not going to be enough anymore. I can just hear it. I can already hear it coming. I know you guys and gals. I know you guys and gals. Okay. Or you could just enjoy your millions. I appreciate everybody. Tip of the cap. Let's crush it. God bless all of you. What a beautiful group of people. Amazing. Just flipping through to seeing who's still on the webinar. Great. Beautiful. Paul. Beautiful. William. Great, everybody. Huge number of people. Deca millionaires, the new trend. Let's go. I knew it. It was like, why did I even let that word out of my mouth? Because it's all I'm ever going to hear. Lori says, hell yeah, I listen to every word. LOL. Great. No, let's crush it. Let's go. Yeah, but you're in the right place. We just have this tipping point, right? We have this campus of offers that just work together. And then it's like, oh, wow, I can focus on this. And it's just like, it can be very systematic. It can be fun. Like I said, more being the entrepreneur now, right? It's a little bit less about being the PBN geek, which is great. Great base. A lot of people made a lot of money. But I think that we can do better with this, including that I'm seeing it do way better. Like a very small cross section of people using this stuff are making crazy money already. And I see it. I'm on the front lines. I mean, those 60 Mapless, I mean, that's 60 new clients that I've onboarded, in the last, like just few days. I mean, just craziest, few weeks. Beautiful webinar. Very, very proud. One of the all-time favorites. Okay, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, phenomenal. Jump in with us. You can contact me to get started with Jimmy and with Tim. And in addition to that, to get started with Jason and DeBarshi, you can go to mikelong.com/TFY. Further information on Jimmy and Luke and Carradine is at mikelong.com/welcome for welcome to the show. mikelong.com/welcome. That's where David Mills' incredible sales letter for True Intelligence Agency is. TIA will be open for the next couple weeks while we're giving you this opportunity to get a bite of the apple with Jason DeBarshi. Perfect timing for the two to be happening at the same time, including if you're in True Intelligence Agency, triple the reason why you're going to want to get that DFY from Jason DeBarshi. It's going to help you get clients. It's going to help you really line up your third part of your offer, which is your website, because Jason DeBarshi can do it for you, and it really gets you going. Killer stuff. I'm so proud of everybody for jumping on here. Extraordinary stuff today. And we will see you on the inside of Jason and DeBarshi's program. It's killer. Jump in on it. We will see you inside of everything that we're doing with Jimmy and with Tim and True Intelligence Agency. And of course, we will see you on OMG Discord. We will see you every day, and I will be in here all the time. And earnings will pile in, distinctions will build up. That is super information. Jimmy has his own. Oh, great. That's great, Scott. That's wonderful. Appreciate you. Great. Go down to the general for one final comment. Oh, there's Alan. Hey, Alan. Welcome. Really glad to have you here, Alan. Long time home chair. Okay, everybody. Appreciate you all. Fantastic webinar. We'll end it exactly at the 3-hour mark. Tip of the cap, and have a great night. See you on Sunday, Sunday Fun Day, and Tycoon Tuesday.